executed in a lot of ways in all three phases, and that ultimately is what led to us winning the game. I think that there were some things that we could still clean up to make that margin a little greater, but overall we played a good game, and that's why we came out with the win.
The tight ends were really key in that game. You and Cole Spence, how did you guys work so well together?
Yeah, I mean, Cole is a magnificent player. Everybody has known that especially since I came here. He's been here for this like his fourth year, I think. But since I came here, I recognized that as soon as I got here, and he's just been waiting on his time. And he's an amazing kid, an inspiration to me in a lot of ways. He loves the Lord, and he goes to work every single day. And so for me to see him go out there and put in some work on Saturday, and also some of the balls come to me as well, I think it was awesome. Just a testament to how good our tight end room is.
Eli, give me a little scout on Missouri's defense. What have you seen?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have talent all over the field. Their D-line is big, athletic. Same with their linebackers, big, athletic. Their DBs are physical. So, there's some things that we're going to have to, attack, but ultimately we're just going to have to focus and execute and hone in on our own techniques and our own assignments, and that's what will bring success. So.
I know all this is a lot of fun, the team success and game day coming here and all those sorts of things, but how do you block all that out and just play football and get ready?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we do is just try to focus on ourselves. There's a whole lot of things that are being said, about us, whether it's good or bad, and you have to block out both good and bad because they can both lead to two negative things in different ways. So I think the main thing is just to focus on who we are as a team, continue to keep everything within our brotherhood and our program, and just focus on attacking every single day and doing the same things every single day. So
it's been fun seeing Jordan Matthews around here, one of the all-time great receivers at Vanderbilt. How have you learned from him?
Yeah, I mean, having him around here has been a huge blessing. I mean, just in terms because he's played so much football, has so much experience, not only here but also at the next level. Had such a long career in the NFL that he brought a lot of ways, teaching us about recovery, how to take care of our bodies, and then from like a receiver, like route running standpoint, he also played tight end in the league as well. So learning from him, just like on the technique standpoint, and learning the game from that point of view from him has helped me and really the whole team in huge ways. So we're very thankful for him.
Same question about Jeff Lepak. He was a terrific tight end. What have you learned most from him?
Yeah, I mean, me playing tight end is still new to me. This is my second year playing fully tight end, and so coming here with Coach Lepak, a guy that played tight end growing up, was a good player, had a lot of experience playing and also coaching by the time he got here. He helped me in so many ways just to learn the position and learn the little nuances and the techniques, and seeing the game from a tight end point of view. It's helped me in so many ways. So.
Growing up, did you watch game day? Was that part of your Saturday?
Every Saturday. I wake up every morning and we got game day on in the living room. So
I mean, it has to be fun to see all that coming here, right?
Yeah, and it's a blessing, man. I mean, this is our second game day this season, so it's cool. And but like you said earlier, it's a cool thing especially to have come to Nashville and be on campus, and it's a blessing that the community is going to be able to experience that. It's really cool that we were able to, because of our success, bring that here for everybody else to experience. But it really doesn't affect us as a team. We still have to continue to focus and work the same every single day. So
let's keep it rolling. Thanks for the time, Eli.
Yep, thank you.
It's Vanderbilt's all-SEC tight end, Eli Stowers, as we get ready for the Commodores and Missouri Tigers here in Nashville. We'll take a break, come back with more on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's gonna score. No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field! Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com.
When looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Welcome into our Learfield Network studios. Jonah Weintraub here as our pregame coverage rolls along, and we've got a quick scoreboard update from across the SEC and a little bit from beyond. Number 8, Ole Miss leads number 13, Oklahoma, 34-26 in Norman. With under 6 minutes left to go in the game, both teams are 6-1 on the season. Over in Fayetteville, Arkansas leads Auburn 24-19 early in the fourth quarter. The Razorbacks were actually outgained on offense in the first half, but made up for that with a 89-yard pick six. Fourth-ranked Alabama and South Carolina are just about to get going from Williams-Brice. In 4 conference games, Tide quarterback Ty Simpson has thrown for 9 touchdowns with just 1 pick. Meanwhile, 16th-ranked Virginia is in overtime, just scored a touchdown to go up 17-10 against UNC. All right, that's it for this scoreboard update, but we'll send it back for kickoff in the Music City just moments away. You're listening to Vanderbilt football from Learfield.
Hey, Commodore fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Vandy football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Vanderbilt Commodores. Let's go, Commodores! SeatGeek.
Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for those who choose to live louder. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor, made with 100% Blue Weber agave, aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste, ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo, live louder. Please enjoy responsibly. 2025 imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila 40% alcohol by volume.
Up to Cedric Alexander, races toward the pylon. Touchdown, Vandy!
He'll return in 60 seconds after this local break on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Martin and Zerfoss believes that insurance is the foundation upon which businesses and families build their futures. For over 45 years, our locally owned agency has worked with companies and individuals to build coverage that helps lower their risks. For all personal, commercial, risk management, and group benefits, call Martin and Zerfoss at 615-297-8500 or visit mzinsurance.com. Insuring Vandy fans since 1978.
When you decide to sell your home, don't settle for a good agent, go for a great one. Go for a Weichert agent. A Weichert agent looks at you as a partner, not as a transaction, and will work day and night to get you the results you're looking for. And your Weichert agent is backed by the Weichert brand. With over 50 years of experience, Weichert agents have guided thousands of buyers and sellers through every facet of home ownership. Don't settle for good, go for great. Work with a Weichert agent. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Welcome back to the First Bank pregame show. With kickoff approaching, let's hear from head coach Clark Lee. Once again, here's the voice of Vanderbilt football, Andrew Allegretta.
Getting set for kickoff today from Nashville, Andrew Allegretta here alongside the head coach Clark Lee as we get set for Vanderbilt versus Missouri. Coach, let's start off with LSU. What's the best thing that you saw last week against the Tigers?
Just a resilient team. I felt like it felt like we held the momentum through the game. I felt like we played at a level that obviously allowed us to grab a lead and to grow it. And then, there was some punch and counterpunch there. And the challenge I issued the team was to be a team of action, but also a team of response. And I think we responded at the right moments, the right way, and all three phases contributed to a good win.
Talking with head coach Clark Lee as we get set for kickoff. Vanderbilt versus Missouri today from First Bank Stadium. Again, this is a significant stretch for you. It's a fun stretch for you guys. Obviously, the attention continues to climb, but after you, the head coach, who in this program has been helpful to keep this team at the even keel that they need to be successful as the moment and the attention gets higher and higher?
Well, it is everyone. I mean, everyone's responsible for belonging to themselves so they can belong to something bigger than themselves. And when we allow ourselves as individuals to be distracted, we lose the ability to be consistent. And so that starts with me maybe, but it really extends to the coordinators, position coaches into the position rooms, and each one individual in the program making the decision to be plugged in and focused on the things that are most important. We set a course for this season in January, and we don't deviate from that course now. I mean, this is where we expected to be, and we're not entitled to anything just because we expected it, but we're also not going to lose our minds because we're living out the vision we had. And we got a tough challenge today, and we're going to give it our absolute best, and we'll figure out where it all settles at the end of it. But I've got trust and confidence in this team that we're going to show up and play the best we can play today.
All right, so let's talk about the matchup with Missouri. They're number one in the SEC in total offensive plays and in time of possession. How does this group of Tigers achieve that?
There's balance. I mean, this is kind of a signature of Eli. I mean, he's a really good coach. They run the ball well. They obviously feature a stretch running scheme that's been really effective, and honestly is, I think defending that scheme and limiting explosive runs becomes a huge part of our ability to be successful today, getting them off schedule and putting them in positions where they need to throw to beat us. But it's a balanced team. They've had strong play from the quarterback position, obviously strong play at the running back position. They have weapons on the perimeter, and they played well up front. So you have a balanced attack that features strong play in the skill position, strong play at the line of scrimmage. We're going to need to be at our best defensively today.
Getting set for kickoff, Vanderbilt versus Missouri. I'll finish on this one, Coach. I don't want to skip out on their defense. They're top 5 in the SEC in scoring, passing, and rushing defense. Thoughts on that side of the football for Missouri?
Well, it goes hand in hand. When you're controlling the game offensively, you're limiting snaps defensively, and these guys have a good scheme. I mean, they're multiple. You're going to see zone, you're going to see man, you're going to see pressure. I think they do a good job of taking space. They play well at the line of scrimmage, and they are where they are for a reason. So it's no surprise that Missouri's had good teams for the last few years, and this is another good one. And just like any other SEC opponent, they're going to force us to play at our highest level. There are things that make their attack unique in all three phases. So we planned for that and prepared for that through the week, and now we need to go execute that plan.
Coach, thank you so much for your time as always.
Great being with you.
We'll step aside. Kickoff, Vanderbilt versus Missouri today from First Bank Stadium. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Junior.
Yep.
Lady.
Yeah, they have it.
Gigantic.
You know it.
What about mega?
Yep, they've got that one too. When it comes to Jumbo Bucks, winning is the name of the game. In fact, Tennessee lottery players win an average of $2.3 million a day on Jumbo Bucks games alone. So find your jumbo-sized fun today. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Jumbo?
Oh yeah, they even have that one.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
At the 10, at the 5, touchdown, Vanderbilt.
You're listening to Vanderbilt Football. We'll be back after this local timeout.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate Pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Get ready. Sound the Admiral and anchor down.
Let's play some football. It's the Commodores on an SEC football Saturday.
We are built for the moment.
This is the biggest game in a generation.
Guys are ready to play.
Oh, goodness, on 4th and 1. The doors come through against the tide.
Built to break the rules and break the expectations.
I wasn't cracking the joke. That's the standard.
Win 6. He turns the corner. He's got it. Touchdown.
Really excited to see what Vanderbilt puts on the field.
To make our past proud.
That's Jordan Matthews slipping away.
White looks into the corner. Touchdown.
Slant the bounty. Caught it. It's a touchdown, Vanderbilt.
How in the world did he force this ball in there?
And to inspire the next generation of black and gold.
Goodness. This kid from Albuquerque. He's a star.
What a game by Diego.
I like my team.
He has literally brought the Pavia party to West End.
We are Vanderbilt University.
Stay in there, keep fighting.
To see our Vanderbilt community proud and joyful around their football program.
And we are built for this moment.
A massive opportunity awaits the Commodores. Eli Stowers. He scampers to the house.
The Commodores have played so well.
Is this real life?
Kickoff.
You bet.
Is right.
Vandy wins it.
Now. On the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Commodore football. Vanderbilt football is brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud sponsor of Vanderbilt Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Barbasol, America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. First Bank. Bank on the doors every time you pay with the exclusive Vanderbilt debit cards. First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC. Martin and Zerfos. Martin and Zerfos Insurance Agency, a proud carrier of auto owners insurance. Mid-South Ford, your Tennessee Ford dealers. Anchor down. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of Vandy football. Find tickets to Commodore games and more. SeatGeek. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of the Doors. Let's eat. And by Shelter Insurance. Put shelter on your team with auto, home, and life insurance. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Now let's head inside the stadium. Here's the voice of the Commodores, Andrew Allegretta.
Welcome to First Bank Stadium on the campus of Vanderbilt University and our corner of the Music City. Today, for the second time in program history, Vandy football lines up for a top 15 matchup. Number 10, Vanderbilt welcomes number 15, Missouri, to Nashville. The neon shines bright on the Doors and Tigers this October afternoon. Winner takes an early inside track to the college football playoffs. Andrew Allegretta here alongside Norm Jorman and our whole crew. We're so glad you could make us a part of your Vanderbilt game day wherever you happen to be. Norm, what an opportunity. As always, the spotlight continues to get brighter, but we'll see if the Doors are ready to take center stage with this bright spotlight here today.
Yeah, all these kids that are out here on both sides of the field came to college to play football in games like this. This is why they're here, and you get to find out what have you got inside yourself, and we'll find out today.
Let's head down to the field. Let's hear from Kevin in the coin toss.
All right, our referee today is Steve Marlowe as the captains exchange handshakes, almost ready for the coin toss. All right, let's listen in.
All right, guys, let's have a good game today. Missouri, you're the guest. You call the toss. That logo is heads. The flags are tails. The flags are tails. The logo is heads. Make your call. Tails. What do you call? Tails. Tails. Drop it. Do it again. And it is tails. You won the toss. Defer or receive. We want the ball. Which way you want to kick?
So there you hear it. Missouri wins the toss. They said, we'll take the football. Commodores will kick off and move from right to left as you guys look at it in this opening quarter.
Yeah, not unheard of when you're Missouri, because Missouri's had 7 games. Their first drive out of 5 of those games were touchdowns. Only 2 times did they punt.
That is interesting. Of course, all of Kevin's sideline reports today are brought to you by Vanderbilt Sports Medicine. Convenient locations across Middle Tennessee. Visit VanderbiltOrthopedics.com. When we return, it's the Doors and the Tigers from the bends of the Cumberland to all corners of Commodore Country. Vandy football is on the air.
Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. By working together, we've moved forward towards a brighter future. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. See why our new Kentucky home is the best place to do business and live a good life at newkentuckyhome.ky.gov.
It's game day, Vandy fans, and you don't want to miss a single play. Uber Eats brings your favorite foods right to your door. Wings, pizza, burgers, whatever you're craving, it's just a tap away. Download the Uber Eats app and use code GOVANDY to get $15 off your first order. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of the Doors. Let's eat.
Hey, this is Theo Vaughn, and you're listening to Vanderbilt Football on the Vanderbilt Sports Network.
We are set for kickoff. A fantastic October afternoon here today. So glad you could join us for Vanderbilt football's second ever top 15 matchup. It's folks back deep for Missouri. They go with the white uniforms. They've got black pants and black helmets here today. Vanderbilt has got the inverse white helmets, black uniforms, white pants here today inside a jumping First Bank Stadium. Brock Taylor from the 35. Both teams at 6-1. Vanderbilt number 10 in the country. Missouri number 15. A victory last week for Vanderbilt versus LSU. A victory for Missouri in overtime at Auburn. We are underway. Toe meets leather from Brock Taylor. That's a sidewinder that just makes its way down the field for a touchback, and Missouri takes over offensively for the first time. Bo Prabula, tell us about the starting quarterback for the Tigers.
Yeah, he's a really good quarterback, transferred from Penn State, and what the guy can do is he's very accurate in throwing. He can throw it deep, he can throw it short. He doesn't like to run the ball, but he can run the football. He's got good foot speed.
He is third in the Southeastern Conference in pass completion so far this season, 21 of them per game. Of course, all of this goes through the stretch run play for Missouri. Ahmed Hardy, the sophomore from Mississippi, leads the Southeastern Conference in rushing yards. As they work toward the right on first down from the 25, it's a quick throw near sideline. It's incomplete, and boy, did Vanderbilt read that perfectly. A play action from Prabula, tried to throw it right, and Brandon Fontanet in the face of Prabula.
Interesting opening play right there, because Missouri's offensive line gave every look of the stretch play going to the left and then came back and threw it, but I don't think Prabula really had a man that he could get it to.
So on 2nd down and 10, there's the snap. It's a handoff for Hardy, looking for space, runs left. He's spotted up. It's a pickup of 2, maybe 3 yards. Tackle is made by Longwell for Vanderbilt. So 3rd down and 7 here for Missouri.
Yeah, and that's big right there with Hardy. What you've got to do is you've got to let the big guys get a piece of him and slow him down and then clean it all up with the linebackers.
What a big play for Vanderbilt on the opening drive. Of course, Missouri won the toss, elected to take the football. And Vanderbilt has a chance to get them off the field. 3rd down and 8 officially. The Tigers need the 35 working right. Shotgun for Prabula. He drops back. Vanderbilt tries to get pressure. They do. Prabula flushed out toward the left. He throws it out of bounds. It's incomplete, and Vanderbilt forces a 3-and-out on the opening drive, the 25th. 3-and-out forced by Vanderbilt's defense this season.
Yeah, and even more importantly is, as I said, you had Missouri, who had 5 touchdown scores on opening drives in 7 tries, and Vanderbilt does a 3-and-out.
Could that have worked out more perfectly for Vanderbilt? Here's Connor Wesselman. The punter back at the 13-yard line. Martell Height at the 25. There's a punt. It's a wobbling kick toward the near sideline. It hops at the 40, jumps down at the 30-yard line. Rolls near sideline. It'll stop at the 26. And Vanderbilt takes over with Diego Papia. A 48-yard punt. Not a great kick, but it does work out just fine here for Mizzou.
Now let's see if Vanderbilt offense can take advantage of Missouri taking the ball on the kickoff, opening kickoff.
Here we go, first drive of the ball game for Papia, the graduate students from Albuquerque, New Mexico. 13 victories here at Vanderbilt. His next one ties your quarterback, Whit Taylor. In the pistol formation with Cedric Alexander driving left from the 25 officially. Play clock is at 15 here for Vanderbilt against a very good Mizzou defense. There's the snap. It's an option near sideline. Papia will keep it. He's dragged down at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle that time by Zion Young, one of the stars of this defense for Mizzou.
Yeah, Young's a really complete defensive player. And Diego did the right thing right there. He was held up, and he got to the ground right before he took a pretty vicious lick.
Or so far this season for Papia, he's thrown for 1,570 yards on the ground, 438. He was the SEC Offensive Player of the Week last week after LSU. And the pistol for Papia, 2nd down and 10, driving toward the left with Cedric Alexander. 2 wide receivers near sideline toward the left. There's the snap. It's a give for Seti. Stretch play near sideline left. Breaks a couple of tackles. Hit back at the 26, maybe 27. Tackle is made by Trotter, the linebacker, redshirt sophomore from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Well, both offenses, both Missouri and Vanderbilt, put themselves in 3rd and long, something that they don't want to be in. Let's see what offensive coordinator Tim Beck can dial up here.
Again, this matchup, guys, it's good versus good. Vanderbilt is 3rd in the conference in scoring offense, 41.4 points per game. Mizzou is 4th in scoring defense, less than 17 points per game given up here for the Tigers. 3rd down and 8. Ball's at the 27-yard line. Vanderbilt needs the 35. Stowers in motion off toward the right. Drop back for Papia. Steps up. He avoids the rush. Steps up. He throws. It is caught for Vanderbilt. It's Hoskins at the 35, running near sideline. He's tackled down at the 39-yard line. 1st down. Vanderbilt. Tackle is made by Norwood. It's a pickup of 12.
Nice route that time by Hoskins, but the big thing right here was Diego feeling the pressure from the edge rushers, taking one step forward and making the completion, keeping his eyes downfield.
He has been beautiful, Norm, at feeling the pressure the past couple of weeks. So 1st down and 10 for Vanderbilt. 3 minutes gone by. Scoreless game, 1st quarter here from First Bank Stadium. At the 39-yard line. Driving left here for Vandy. 2 wide receivers, far sideline toward the right. Stowers in motion. There's a snap. It's a handoff for Stowers. Runs toward the right at the 40. He stumbles and he lurches forward out to the 43-yard line. Picks up 4 yards on the play. Trotter makes the tackle, the carry for Eli Stowers.
Yeah, I don't care how you have to get the yardage running the football. You've got to stay a balanced team. You've got to keep the running game going. If you got to give it to your big, great tight end, give it to him. Get 4 yards.
One of the few players for Vanderbilt a season ago to have a truly good game versus Mizzou. 7 catches, 60 yards for Stowers. And he picks up the carry on the opening drive for Vanderbilt's scoreless game. Running back is A.J. Newberry. He's flanked out toward the right. So an empty backfield here for Pavia. Newberry's in motion. There's a snap. It's a handoff for Newberry. He goes left. He is hit, and he lurches and lunges forward to the 44, picks up a yard. Tackle is made by Marvin Burks Jr. out of St. Louis. Third down.
Yeah, somebody just absolutely missed a block right there. Somebody blocked the wrong person because he never got touched. It was just wide open for the tackle.
Looked like for a second that maybe A.J. Newberry would find some space, but it was closed quickly. And Vanderbilt faces its second third down. 5 from the 44. Running back is Cedric Alexander once again in the shotgun with Pavia. Junior Sherrill near sideline toward the left. He's matched up with Pride. On 5, drop back for Pavia. Steps up, he throws. It is broken up. Good play by Pride. Knocks it away from the fingertips of Sherrill at the 50-yard line. Good read, and Vanderbilt is off the field. They'll have to punt.
Yeah, that's just a great break on the ball by Pride right there. Came up, never had a chance to make the completion. Just a good break on the play.
So our first kick by Nick Hopperer. Looks like Coleman is back deep here for Mizzou. A flag has been thrown. Hopper lets this one fly down toward the far sideline at the 10. This one is brought in by Coleman, and a flag has been thrown on Vanderbilt for fair catch interference. We've got 2 flags to check. It's a 46-yard punt by Hopperer.
One's on Missouri, one's on Vanderbilt.
Well, for the first time in game, we'll hear from Steve Marlowe, the referee here today. Top 15 matchup, Vanderbilt number 10, Missouri is number 15. So offsides against Mizzou. And 2 penalties against Vanderbilt. Did I see that right?
That's what it said. That's what he said, or what he showed.
I saw offside against Missouri, false starts against Vanderbilt, and fair catch interference against Vanderbilt. Let's find out.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the kicking team. The illegal formation, more than 4 players in the backfield, is declined. Kick catch interference, 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul will be accepted. First down.
Okay, so nothing against Missouri. He did signal offsides against Missouri, but that was a missed signal there from Marlowe. So we're scoreless so far. Top of the field will step aside. Come back in just a couple of seconds. Missouri from the 25. Offensively, back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
What sets the Omni Nashville Hotel apart from the rest? A unique cultural connection, sharing 4 levels with the expanded Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum and adjacent to the Music City Center. The Omni Nashville Hotel is just steps from a unique mix of retail, restaurants, and entertainment venues along vibrant Rep. John Lewis Way South. When you're done exploring downtown, retreat back to the Omni Nashville Hotel and enjoy 5 on-site culinary venues and the signature Mocara Spa. Get ready, Nashville. This is a Music City favorite like nothing you've ever experienced before.
Martin and Zerfoss believes that insurance is the foundation upon which businesses and families build their futures. For over 45 years, our locally owned agency has worked with companies and individuals to build coverage that helps lower their risks. For all personal, commercial, risk management, and group benefits, call Martin and Zerfoss at 615-297-8500 or visit mzinsurance.com. Insuring Vandy fans since 1978.
This is Tim Corbin, head coach of Vanderbilt Baseball, and you're listening to Commodores Football on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield. Go Doors!
Welcome back. Scoreless game, 10-10 to go first quarter. Mizzou's got the football. Each team unsuccessful on their opening drive. Let's head down to the sideline. Let's hear from Kev.
Well, right in front of me at the goal line on this end of the field, the Vanderbilt baseball team was recognized for its SEC Tournament Championship from back earlier this year. Coach Tim Corbin often stands at about the 10 or 15-yard line down here, so he made the short walk out, joined his players, and they enjoyed that moment being recognized here in front of the fans. And quite a few of those guys are out at game day this morning, part of that fantastic scene on the Vanderbilt campus. It was so cool to see our students, our fans, different sports teams, all a part of the festivities this morning between 8 and 11. Everybody got out there early, so really, really cool. And I thought, and I know you guys did too, that the whole thing just looked fantastic. It made our university look great. It was a great scene and a great setting, so really cool way to start the day here in Nashville.
Yeah, Kev, thank you so much. Hey, don't forget that today's game sponsor is Pepsi, Vanderbilt Athletics, and Vanderbilt Sports Property. Thanks, Pepsi, for their partnership, supports, and all they do in the Nashville community. Vanderbilt versus Mizzou. This is the programs for Vanderbilt's second ever top 15 matchup. Vanderbilt is ranked inside the top 10 for the first time since 1947. When Vanderbilt knocked out Ole Miss as a top 10 team. Andrew Allegretti here in the booth alongside Norm Jordan, Kevin Ingram down on the sideline. So glad you could join us. Second drive here for Mizzou, and Bo Pribula, the starting quarterback, a transfer from Penn State. From the 25, working toward the right. There's a snap. It's a handoff, cut back toward the middle at the 30. Breaks a couple of tackles, moves the pile close to the 33-yard line. As Hardy picks up a nice chunk, tackle is made by Longwell after 8 yards.
Yeah, right there. The big difference is Hardy got through without any of the big guys from Vanderbilt's defensive line getting a piece of him, and now you're asking the linebackers to come up and hit this 210-pound, really good running back.
Had just a stunning performance against Louisiana Lafayette, 250 yards. On second down and short, there's a snap. It's a play action for Pribula. Steps up, nothing there. Throws short for Hardy at the 30. He's pursued by Fontanet. Shakes a tackle, hit at the 35. This time it's Seabrooks and Longwell that make the stop. It is close to a first down. We'll see if they move the sticks. They do. First down for Mizzou.
Yeah, Fontanet came up in great position right there. They went to a check down receiver, but he left his feet. You've got to keep your feet underneath you if you're going to make a good tackle in open field.
Well, a scoreless game so far. Second drive for Missouri. Vanderbilt got them in a 3-and-out on their opening drive. Vanderbilt and Missouri so far each with one first down. And the shotgun here for Pribula. They send Josh Manning, the receiver, wide toward the left. On first down, they drop back, they throw toward the left. It is caught. What a tackle by Colby Taylor at the 37-yard line after the catch by Manning. A little bit of talking back and forth between Colby Taylor and the sideline, but second down.
Yeah, there's a great break on the ball by Colby Taylor right there, but just get up, get back to the huddle.
Do watch out for Zion Young when it comes to that stuff defensively for Missouri. He did pick up a taunting penalty versus Alabama, the defensive end. On second down and 8 here for Mizzou. Pistol formation here for Pribula. Hardy's the running back. On second down, the snap, the handoff, stretch play. They find a crease at the 40-yard line, wrapped up and ripped back down toward the turf at the 42-yard line. So third down and 3 here for the Tigers, tackled by Jalen Stone.
That's what Missouri's so good at on this stretch play is Hardy, rather than going all the way out and following the line, and he cut it back up, made a good run. So you're looking at 3rd and 3.
The term that Clark uses is vertical puncture. They go east and west, and they puncture vertically.
Or maybe he'll go with non-horizontal puncture next time.
Lots of mathematical terms that we could toss out. Third down and 3. Here for Mizzou, shotgun formation for Pribula. Ball's at the -42. Manning's in motion. There's the snap. It's a handoff for Manning. Vanderbilt has it red. They hit and they stuff him in the backfield. All the defense creates havoc again. It's Fontanet. 4th down.
And right there, we talked about it in the pregame. Fontanet so much this year has been in charge of containing, and he's done his job. We haven't called his name all year because he's been busy doing his job. Right there, he was the contained man, gets out, makes the tackle.
That's 2 great plays here today for Fontanet. One of them disrupted a pass by Pribula, and that time a TFL. Vanderbilt is top 25 in the country in TFLs. The punt from the 25 here for Mizzou. This one is a skyrocket back to heights at the 15. Breaks one tackle, tries to shake another, can't do so. Middle of the field, be careful, back at the 30, a couple of players are going to have to be separated. One of them is Jalen Ruth for Vanderbilt. No flags have been thrown. The chatter has commenced here in the first quarter. 6:36 to go. We are scoreless. 52-yard punt, 1 yard return for Martel Height. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
The Donut Den is proud to serve fresh-baked items in and around Nashville. Start your day with sunshine by visiting their location on Hillsborough Pike and enjoy some of their delicious items like donuts, pastries, muffins, croissant donuts, fritters, fresh brewed coffee, and more. All items are baked fresh daily on site. To start your day off with sunshine, make sure to visit the Donut Den at 3900 Hillsborough Pike or call 385-1021. That's 385-1021. The Donut Den, proud to serve Nashville.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Welcome back to First Bank Stadium. Coors Light Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose Chill, proud sponsor of Vanderbilt Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Vanderbilt versus Missouri today from First Bank Stadium. Andrew Allegretti here in the booth alongside Norm Jordan. This has been quite the afternoon. It does feel like we talked about it with Kev just a couple of seconds ago. Game day was fantastic. It feels like everything has been perfect, and the only thing that is left to do is win a football game.
Yeah, I mean, it's, as I said to you off the air, it's like two bulls in the same field. One of them wants domination over the other, and that's what's happening right now. That's why you're seeing all the little chippiness and all that. One team wants to dominate the other. So far, just a stalemate.
A gorgeous afternoon here today. Vanderbilt Athletics would like to thank our local 615 partners for their continued support. Let's do our part in supporting those who support us and shop local. The 615 partner of the game is Colonel's Gourmet Popcorn in East Nashville. Wonderful student section, as always. The way that this black and gold community has come together has been wonderful to see. That student section has been unbelievable, and on the video board they're showing the absolutely sensational kick by one of the Vanderbilt students for $500,000 earlier today on College Game Day. That was Herb Street said it, the best kick ever by a student on game day. Here we go, second drive for Vanderbilt. We are scoreless so far. 1 for 2 for Diego Pavia. One catch for Richie Hoskins. Not much doing on the ground so far. Cedric Alexander just 2 yards. And none so far for Diego Pavia. First down and 10. Ball's at the minus 16-yard line for Vanderbilt in those black uniforms against one of the best defenses in the country. Shotgun for Pavia. Hip right is Alexander. On first down, the snap, the drop back, there's pressure. Pavia steps back. He tries to get through it. He will not get there. He is sacked for the first time here today by Missouri's defense. It's Sterling Webb, who played with Diego Pavia at New Mexico State a couple of years ago, makes the sack on his former teammates.
Yeah, just good pressure that time. Missouri, they're making sure they're rushing in their lanes. They're not getting crazy going out of the lanes, so they're coming in the right lanes and got to Diego even doing that the right way.
So second down and 15. We'll see what Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator, can pull out of his back pocket for Diego Pavia. 3 wide receivers near sideline toward the left. Alexander's in motion. Left side of the line. On second down, Pavia throws toward the right. It is caught by Richardson. Tries to shake at the 15. Nothing doing. Has to go down. Does get the lost yardage back. It's third down and 10. Tackle is made by Newsom, one of the linebackers.
Too early to tell if Missouri's doing this on every play, but right now they've got a spy at the linebacker position watching Diego, because Missouri's smart. They know that if Diego gets a seam and it's man-to-man coverage, he's going to run for a long time.
Or 21 yards for a touchdown like he did versus LSU last weekend. So 3rd down and 10. Good defense so far by defensive coordinator Corey Batoon and his group for Mizzou. Ball's at the minus 16-yard line. Shotgun here for Pavia. Stowers in motion. The drop back, it's a rush of 5. Pavia waits, he throws, and it's incomplete. Looking for Stowers at the 20-yard line. Coverage by Pride. And Vanderbilt goes 3 and outs as Mizzou's coaches try to get their players away from Vanderbilt before the talking goes back and forth.
And again, real good coverage by Pride that time. He was right on the hip of Eli Stowers. It would have taken a perfect pass. Ball came in a little bit high, but
Missouri number 3 is wearing 35.
But Diego had to put it up high because you had the defensive back right there.
So 2nd punt of the ball game here for Haberer. As Coleman waits back at the 35-yard line, a chance for one of these two teams to flip the field. There's the snap, and Haberer lets this one fly. It's a good kick, good hang time back toward the 35-yard line. Coleman is going to call for the fair catch, which may benefit Vanderbilt some. There was a little bit of daylight at the 37-yard line, right in the middle of the fields. But that's where Mizzou takes over for the 3rd time. We're still scoreless so far. 4:57 to go after the 46-yard punt here in this first quarter. Mizzou and Vanderbilt scoreless. Played in the first quarter. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Mr. Commodore, better known as Mr. C by the black and gold. He commands the campus, leads the charge down the Star Walk, and motivates the Commodores to anchor down. Ford also has a fan favorite, Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores at your Tennessee Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
I'm on Dead Man's Bend at midnight when my gas light pops on. I see a gas station ahead. Just my luck. Or is it? I walk in. The attendant lifts a bony finger towards me and croaks, "You want a Halloween jumbo bucks?" I whisper it terrified, "No." And as I leave, he asks the lady behind me. She says, "Okay." And then, "She wants $75,000.
Scare up some cash with the Halloween Jumbo Bucks Instant Game. Only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing, hair-raising fun. Please play responsibly.
Hey Commodore fans, this is head coach Clark Lee, and I want you to anchor down at Central Bar and Kitchen inside the Nashville Marriott this season. Located directly behind the stadium, it's the closest restaurant and outside bar to Vanderbilt Stadium, making it the perfect spot to enjoy a pregame meal or wind down with Commodore Nation after each game. Central Bar and Kitchen features craveable foods and cocktails with guests giving it strong 5-star ratings on TripAdvisor. Check them out at centralbarandkitchen.com or on Instagram at Central Nashville. We'll see you there.
The Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield is your home of the Commodores, football, men's and women's basketball, and baseball. Find all the ways to listen on vucommodores.com/radio. Now more Vanderbilt football.
Welcome back. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Andrew Aldercredit here in the booth alongside Norm Jordan. Vanderbilt versus Missouri. Scoreless game so far. Vanderbilt with 19 total yards. Missouri with 13 total yards as the Tigers get it for the 3rd time. Let's head down to the sideline, check in with Kev.
Yeah, these teams, Andrew, they share more than just similar colors. In fact, the uniforms are basically flipped. One team with black helmets, the other with white, and so on. But you know, you look at these teams, and they're almost mirror images of one another in the way they play. Time of possession is so big. We talked about that a lot coming in. Missouri leading the SEC, one of the best in the country at 34 minutes per game. Vanderbilt had it for 36 minutes against LSU. We've not seen a sustained drive for either team so far today. So which team will break through, have that long drive, and put some points on the board first? The punters have been more busy than anybody else so far today.
Yeah, we've equaled the number of punts that we had in the whole game at LSU last week.
Ain't that the truth? If this comes down to time of possession, Vanderbilt at 5:31 so far, Missouri at 4:32. So I guess that's nice. But so far, scoreless between the two sides. Each team with a 3-and-outs in this top 15 matchup. Of course, so much is on the line here today. I do feel like sometimes the conversation becomes too much about the college football playoff. Vanderbilt and Mizzou both have had fantastic seasons regardless, but obviously this one is weighted for the college football playoff. Both teams at 6-1 and 2-1 in conference play. First down and 10 for Mizzou. Ball's at the -39. Hardy's in the shotgun with Bo Prabula. There's the snap. It's Hardy up the middle, looks for a space. He finds it, cuts middle, and rumbles for about 6 or 7 yards, perhaps 8 here for Hardy. And it's second down and short. Tackle is made by Dante Carter up from the safety position.
Yeah, that's what Hardy gives you right there. He got another 3 yards as Missouri goes, hurry up.
Second down and, 4 officially. Snap and a handoff for Hardy. He breaks near sideline left. He tries to go wide. He's funneled back in at the 46-yard line and tackles. But it's a first down pickup for Ahmed Hardy. Brian Longwell makes the stop. Again, Missouri starts to go a little bit quicker, trying to limit the subs defensively for Vanderbilt. Hardy is so difficult, 5'10", 210, a sophomore from Mississippi, under-recruited, a transfer from ULM. Leads the Southeastern Conference in rushing yards. Inside Vanderbilt territory for the first time here for Mizzou. Driving toward the right at the plus 46. Pistol formation for Prabula. Play clock is down to 5. 2 wide receivers near sideline toward the right. Vanderbilt shows pressure. There's the snap. It's a stretch play. Boy, that is hit, and that is clobbered. Nick Rinaldi in the face of Ahmed Hardy. He stuffs him at the line of scrimmage.
Great job that time of Rinaldi. He saw the gap open up, came in, and just stuffed Hardy.
It's a really difficult play to defend, that stretch run. We've talked about it a bunch in the career between head coach Clark Lee and Eli Drinkowitz. They've played 6 different times, and Clark Lee is 1-5 versus Drink. Roberts, the backup running back, is in on second down. There's pressure on Prabula. They force him to throw this one out of bounds.
He may be in the pocket.
I think that might be intentional grounding, to your point.
He's in the pocket.
He was really close to the edge of that tackle box. They're talking about it. Prabula tried to throw it away. He's saying there's a receiver on that far sideline. What a call. A lot of pressure by Fontanet, could not get into the turf.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. There was an eligible receiver in the area. Second down.
So Missouri wins the arguments.
Yeah, it was airmailed. He wasn't trying to make a completion.
They're going to say the intended target was about 5 yards away from that sideline. This is third down. 0 for 2 so far for Missouri on third downs. This is a third down and 10 back at the 46-yard line of Vanderbilt's. Vanderbilt tries to get set up. Prabula's in the shotgun. Running back is Roberts on third down. As the student section comes alive late in this first quarter, there's the snap. Vanderbilt shows pressure. Prabula starts to step up, looking downfield, trying to find something at the 50-yard line, and forced out of bounds. And Vanderbilt will hold on third down and 10. Zay Wood tracks down Prabula near sideline. It's fourth down for Mizzou. And we'll see the decision for Drinkwitz.
It's going to be a field position game. They're playing for field position. I think it's a smart call.
Yeah, so Mizzou's going to punt, thought perhaps.
Got to watch the
part
fake.
Of the field. Yeah, that's right. You could watch the fake. You could watch for going for it on fourth down because of the plus 45-yard line. Heights back at the 8-yard line for Vanderbilt. Here is Wesselman. There's the snap. Wesselman waits and pops it down the field. This is end over end here for Martell Height. Lets it fly. It checks at the 5-yard line and bounces forward for Vanderbilt at the 8-yard line. It's touchdown by the long snapper Brett LeBlanc after a 37-yard punt, well executed by Connor Wesselman, a graduate student, a transfer from Stanford.
And Vanderbilt got a break on that punt right there because the punt actually kicked back about 3 yards, kicks forward 3 yards. You got no room to operate it from the 2-yard line.
This is the 6th drive of the ball game. We are scoreless, 2:25 to go. Your total first downs here today. The Tigers have 2. Vanderbilt has 1. Something about defense wins championships or something,
yeah,
something.
Mutter.
At the 8-yard line for Vanderbilt, Pavia in the pistol with Cedric Alexander. There's the snap. It's a handoff for Seti. Breaks a couple of tackles at the 10 and lunges forward for a nice pickup on first down. He gets to the 12 before being tackled here by Mizzou. It's Banner, the rover, that makes the play on Seti. Second down.
Yeah, and that's really what Vanderbilt's looking for on the, if the referee will leave the ball alone, got out to the 12-yard line. they're looking for 4 yards on that first down. That sets you up with just about anything in your playbook for second down.
Second down and 6 here for Vanderbilt. Under 2 minutes to go, first quarter, scoreless game. Mizzou versus Vanderbilt. M.K. Young into the game for Vanderbilt with Cedric Alexander in the pistol formation. Pavia talks to the offensive line. Play clock is down to 3. It's at 2. It's at 1 for Pavia. There's the snap. It's a play action for Pavia. He waits. He rolls toward the right. He's got space. 10, 15, 20. Runs out of bounds close to the 25-yard line. Diego Pavia, biggest play of the ball game. It's a 12-yard run.
Yeah, the big thing right there, play action fake, held everybody in there. Man-to-man coverage. Diego sees this man-to-man, breaks contain, and just turns himself loose for a nice run.
About 450 rushing yards so far this season for Vanderbilt's Music City musician. Magician. Perhaps he can play the guitar too. I don't know. Lassiter's the new running back. On first down and 10 from the 25. 3 wide receivers near sideline toward the left. On first down, Pavia looks that way. He throws. It's caught by Richardson at the 25, at the 40 with speed. Breaks one. At the 40, he tries to stay in bounds and angled out of bounds. It's a first down pickup for Trey Richardson with those lightning wheels.
All right, Missouri had 2 safeties back playing a 2-deep coverage right there. Vanderbilt had trips to the left. Diego touched his left shoulder, which means I'm coming out there to you, quick pass, and gets a big gain off of it.
So that's the longest play of the ball game for Vanderbilt at 16 yards. Diego Pavia throws to Richardson. Running back is Young. Pistol formation, 2 wide receivers, far sideline toward the right. Ball's at the minus 41-yard line for the Doors. They shift the tight ends. Near sideline, left of the line. On first down, there's the snap. It's a handoff here for M.K. Young. Breaks a couple of tackles and drags Mizzou to the 45. Once again, be careful. A lot of talking late in this first quarter. 4 seconds to go in this opening frame. It's a scoreless game between Vanderbilt and Missouri. We'll step aside. What a chess match and a boxing fight between 2 Bulldogs, the Tigers and the Doors here today. Scoreless game back after this second quarter on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Welcome back as we start the second quarter. Andrew Adequate here in the booth alongside Norm Jordan, and down on the field in this scoreless game, honoring your quarterback, Whit Taylor. That has got to be special for you, sir.
Oh, it is. He's been a great friend for many, many years and was a great football player and one of the most humble people that I've ever known.
What made Whit Taylor such a great quarterback?
Everybody respected him. Everybody loved him. I mean, he was for what's best for the team.
We talked about this a little bit. I'm not sure it's exactly history repeating itself, but Watson Brown and Whit Taylor, to an extent, is Tim Beck and Diego Pavia of 2025.
Yeah, Watson and I exchanged a text last week. He was talking about how good Diego is, and I said, well, no Tim Beck, no Diego Pavia, no Watson Brown, no Whit Taylor.
Just one of the great players to ever wear black and gold. Whit Taylor. And here's the note for today for Diego Pavia. If he can get the victory, he ties Whit Taylor for 14 career wins as a starting quarterback for Vanderbilt, which is second most in the modern era, only to Kyle Shermer. And he was a great quarterback, but with all due respect, Shermer played nearly 4 seasons. Diego Pavia's in season 2.
And I'll promise you, Whit wants that record to be tied today.
No doubts. No doubt. Cole says the back-to-school styles that'll spoil them at prices that'll spoil you. From jeans and tees to sneakers and more, which means you can do it all without overdoing your budget when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. I'll go inside the film room quickly, Norm, the way that Vanderbilt has approached the rushing attack here on this drive.
Yeah, what's happening is Diego's come to the line. He's got 2 plays. He looks and he sees what's going to give my offensive lineman the best blocking angle on the defensive line where we're going. He's checking to the play that gives the best angle. That's why Vanderbilt's getting 4 yards on first down.
Clark told us this week during the Commodore Hour that perhaps no quarterback that he's ever worked with takes practice in the film room to gameplay better than Diego Pavia. The football IQ is off the charts for number 2.
Yeah, first time I ever met Diego was at a spring practice. He couldn't participate because he wasn't officially a student. And, man, he made my head swim.
He blows you away. 2nd down and 6 here for Vanderbilt from the 45-yard line. Martell Height near sideline. There's the snap, the drop back for Pavia on 2nd down and 6. Nothing is there. He rolls toward the left. He looks. He pump fakes at the 45. He's hit and squashed at the 49-yard line. So 3rd down and short here for Pavia. That's fine. Tackle is made by Kitchen. A flag has been thrown. Watch out for holding here for the Doors.
Personal foul, face mask, 19 defense.
Ooh, I'll take that too.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's Darius Smith. The jack position, a junior from Georgia, transfer from Georgia. Vanderbilt picks up some extra yardage.
Yeah, and he also, I thought, was lined up off sides right there. So
I'll take the one that comes with 15 yards instead of the one that comes with 5.
I'll take either one.
That's great. Inside Mizzou's 40-yard line. Worst scoreless so far, 10 seconds gone by, second quarter. Top 15 matchup. Vanderbilt number 10 for the first time since 1947. Running back is Lassiter. First down and 10 from the plus 36-yard line, driving toward the south end zone. And the shotgun for Pavia. There's the snap. It's a play action. They throw toward the right. Caught by Stowers. 30 at the 25. At the numbers. He's pushed back at the 23-yard line. Eli Stowers. First down. Vanderbilt. Tackle is made by Carnell. It's a 13-yard pickup for Stowers. He's been active today.
Yeah, I love the play call right there. Diego made sure that he sold the fake. It looked like he had given the football. Pulls the ball. Comes out. Finds his favorite receiver. Hits him for a short gain. And Eli did what Eli does best, becomes Eli, and gets a lot of yards.
So far for Pavia, 4 for 6, 46 yards, and 11 yards on the ground for number 2. Running back is Cedric Alexander, 2 wide receivers near sideline toward the right. One of them is Caleb Barnett. There's the snap. It's a turn. It's flea flicker. To get it pitched back near sideline to Richardson. What just happened? Richardson's got the football. He comes out of a mess and picks up no gain for Vanderbilt. Perhaps lost yards. What happened? I thought maybe that was a flea flicker.
Well, it was, but they narrowly averted disaster right there because the ball landed in a Missouri player's hands.
A reverse. It was supposed to be a reverse for Vanderbilt, and it just got torpedoed by pressure. 2nd down and 11 from the plus 24. 2 wide receivers near sideline toward the right. One of them is Richardson. For Pavia, there's the snap. It's a play action. He steps up. He throws deep down the left sideline. It is incomplete. Boy, I thought that was awfully close to roughing the passer on Wilson. It was not. So 3rd down and 11. The target was Junior Sherrill, matched up with Pride.
Yeah, we're seeing what we knew we would see all year as Missouri's taking as many shots at Diego as they can take at him.
That was really close by Damon Wilson II, who's awfully good. 3rd Southeastern Conference in sacks with 5.5 of them. 3rd down and 11. 2 minutes gone by. Scoreless game, second quarter. Alexander's the running back. Play clock is down at 5. Hoskins, left side of the line. Cedric Alexander in the pistol. Play clock's at 1. Play clock is at 0. There's the snap. The drop back. Is it a flag or a timeout? Which one? And Zion Young goes right at Diego
they got to stop that.
We're going to have to be careful here to some extent. Is it a delay of game? I think Clark wanted the timeout.
Third down.
Or perhaps felt like he got the snap off before it was fully down to 0.
Well, I think what Clark's saying is you got Young that's coming in there and he doesn't stop. The whistle's blown.
The other thing, too, it's worth noting, like just because if you're watching on TV, it says 0 on the play clock, that doesn't mean it's a delay of game. There's kind of a 1/1000 once the play clock gets to 0. So third down and 16.
It's play clock. That's what Clark's after.
Please reset the game clock to 13 minutes, 13 seconds.
Yeah, I think Clark's got an argument because, again, it's not just the minute that you look up there and see 0. It's kind of a judgment call for the officials. If you can think back to that Florida game in 2022 when Anthony Richardson chucked it out of the back of the end zone, it was kind of right there with one of those same situations when the clock hit triple zeros.
Well,
that was maybe a wild finish.
Maybe a couple of seconds after the clock hit triple
that was something
zeros.
else. Third down and 16 for Vanderbilt from the 29. In the shotgun for Pavia. There's the drop back. It's a rush. Pavia's got to get loose from some pressure. He goes toward the far sideline. Just throws this one out of bounds, being chased big time by Darius Smith. And more back and forth. The flag has been thrown back at the 35, and Seabrooks is trying to get away, this time from Chris McClellan. As it feels like Mizzou, one of the things, and we'll get the, I'm not trying to project onto them, but one of the things that Eli Drinkwitz talked about is nobody cares about us. It's all about Vanderbilt here this week, and it feels like his players are playing with that chip on their shoulder here today with a lot of back and forth as the officials try to talk with Drinkwitz.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 53 offense. The 15-yard penalty.
We'll see where this whole thing goes. But if I'm Clark, I'm just, my stomach is turning because we've watched nothing but significant chatter directed at Vanderbilt, and now Seabrooks is the one that gets pinged for the personal foul.
Yeah, and Smith,
or excuse me, Jordan White, offensive lineman Jordan White.
Smith for Missouri followed Diego out of bounds and was taunting over there, and Diego just kind of went around somebody else. So they're pretty much out of field goal position.
Vanderbilt's got a punt now. Ball's back at the 44-yard line, and Vanderbilt needs the 13-yard line for the first down, and they've got a punt. That was a Brock Taylor field goal. That after all of the back and forth, it's White that gets tagged. I guess the hockey comp is that it's never the guy that starts the fight, it's the one that comes in that gets the penalty. There's the snap to Haberer at the 45. He'll pooch this one far sideline. Vanderbilt is down there chasing. A fair catch is called for at the 9 here by Coleman. And that's where Mizzou takes over scoreless game. 2 minutes gone by. 35-yard punt here for Haberer and a timeout on the field. Missed opportunity for Vanderbilt for sure after driving inside Missouri territory for the first time. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
Hey, Commodore fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Vandy football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Vanderbilt Commodores. Let's go, Commodores! SeatGeek.
Kohl's lowest prices of the season are here, and they're so good,
you're going to wish you had enough hands for a second cart. Save on cozy tees for women, comfy jeans for boys, refreshed essentials for your home, and so much more. Because when prices are this low, self-control is overrated. Shop Kohl's lowest prices of the season and stock up now. Select styles. Offer ends October 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Have a question for the radio booth? Drop us a note on vucommodores.com/radio. Now, Commodores football continues on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
We've got ourselves a scoreless game with 12:59 to go, second quarter. Vanderbilt versus Missouri today from just a gorgeous Music City First Bank Stadium. Andrew Alliker alongside Norm Jordan here in the booth. Let's head back down to the sideline, check in with Kev.
Yeah, Andrew, each timeout is typically about 3.5 minutes. Clark Lee just spent about 2 minutes of that timeout talking with the officiating crew. Excuse me, including the referee Steve Marlowe, who came over to be part of the conversation. I think he was still hot about that delay of game call when the play clock got down to 0, and maybe you get a little leeway, sometimes maybe you don't. I was also a little bit surprised as we saw that last drive stall out due to penalties for the Commodores that only Jordan White got tagged for the penalty after that exchange with Chris McClellan. They've been going back and forth. You see McClellan involved in a few things with pushing and shoving that either happened before, during, or after the play. So only one penalty. It went against Vanderbilt, so now the defense has to do its job as you pin them back at the 10-yard line.
And I'll say this, Kev, thank you so much. We did watch the replay. It did look like Jordan White committed a penalty, something you can't do if you're Vanderbilt's captain and center, but boy, both sides sort of stuff going on here today. On first down from the 9 here for Mizzou, it's a stretch play toward the right here for Roberts. The backup running back picks up a couple of yards out toward the 13-yard line. So second down on its way here for Mizzou. Second down and 6, beginning part of the second quarter. Scoreless game, Vandy versus Mizzou.
Yeah, if you see that stretch play coming, you see the linemen start moving left or right, you know what's coming. You want to ride him if you're a defensive lineman on down the line and close any gaps in there.
It's still Roberts, the running back. Second down and 7 officially. And the pistol here for Bo Prapula. Vanderbilt shows blitz, it looks like, with Fontenance. Watch out for Brett Norfleet, the tight end, near sideline toward the left. There's the drop back. Prapula looks that way, throws middle. It is bobbled. It is caught here by Marquise Johnson. He goes down at the 25-yard line. There's a first down for Mizzou. That is the Tigers' third first down of the ball game. Vanderbilt has 5. Total yardage, guys. 72 yards for Vanderbilt, 35 for Missouri.
Yeah, Johnson just came out, settled down in between 2 defenders, made the catch. He couldn't get to the ground fast enough.
He was giving himself up. On first down and 10 from the minus 25-yard line. Running back is Roberts, the sophomore from St. Louis. Play clock is at 14. As Missouri adjusts the play. What a chess match here between Missouri and Vanderbilt. There's a snap. It's a quick throw, far sideline. It is caught. Vanderbilt wraps up and tackles quickly. Joshua Manning, a junior from Missouri. Pick up a couple of yards. Second down. Tackle is made by Mark Davis.
Vanderbilt really reacted quickly to that. Obviously going to be a short pass, get rid of the ball. And Vanderbilt's defensive backs just really came up and made a good play.
Offensive coordinator for Mizzou, by the way, is Kirby Moore. Defensive coordinator for Vanderbilt is Steve Gregory. A fantastic job in his first full season as the DC. Man's in motion toward the right. There's a snap. It's a handoff middle for Roberts. He slices. He moves tacklers for a first down. That was Fontenance. That goes out to the 36-yard line. First down. Pickup here for Mizzou. It goes for 8. Fontenette makes the stop.
Yeah, that's one Vanderbilt let get away right there. They could have had that tackle short. Missouri hurrying up. Vanderbilt's not set.
There's a quick throw toward the far sideline, and it's caught by Coleman at the 35. Breaks a tackle. He's forced out of bounds. This one is Dante Carter. That angles him out. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Boy, Vanderbilt's... Well, they could not get adjusted quickly enough to the pace of Missouri. They're starting to go faster here. A scoreless game. Vanderbilt number 10, Missouri number 15. With 10:28 to go. Second quarter. I'll say second down and 1. Did not quite get to the line of gain. There's the snap. It's a turn. It's a play action. Prapula drops back with a pocket. Steps up. He throws middle. It is caught by Coleman. 40-35. Breaks a tackle. Spins. It hit at the 33-yard line by Longwell. That stops the play.
Coleman, the leading receiver right there, just did a dig route at about 15 yards right there. Came in front of the safeties and away from the cornerback, and Pribula just delivered the ball right on time.
Big sequence defensively for Vanderbilt. Mizzou just stopped Vanderbilt as they marched inside offensive territory. Now Vanderbilt defensively has to do that versus Mizzou and Bo Pribula. Running back is Roberts again. Stretch play toward the right. There's a crease at the 30. He slips. He falls. He gets hit hard. It's a pickup of 6 yards on the play, maybe 5. Tackle is made by Marlon Sewell. And the Tigers have energy with 9:22 to go, second quarter.
Yeah, Roberts seems to have just a little bit more quickness hitting that hole right there. So we may see more and more of him. I mean, he's the backup running back, and he's number 11 in the SEC in rushing.
Yeah, he's very good. At a fantastic game versus Kansas. A touchdown, 143 yards. Second down and 5 from the plus 29. A scoreless game so far. Biggest threat of the ball game here for Mizzou. Man's in motion, back toward the left. There's a snap. Play action, rolls toward the right. Vanderbilt sees pressure. They throw to Norfleet. It is caught at the 30. Tripped up and tackled. C.J. Hurd. At the numbers, it is shorts of a first down, third down, and maybe 2 on the way for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle right there, because Norfleet is 6'6", 260 pounds. I mean, he is an old throwback tight end with pretty good speed. Has 5 touchdowns on the year, too.
Third downs, 0 for 3 for Missouri. Vanderbilt subs in new defensive linemen, including Seabrooks and Saywood. Shotgun here for Pribula. Running back is Roberts. There's the snap. It's a play action. They try to pitch it. No, it's going to be Pribula that steps up and slices middle for a first down. It's the running back, Bo Pribula, that picks up the first third down conversion of the game for Mizzou. Langston Patterson on the tackle after 4 yards.
Yeah, Pribula faked a little toss sweep right there. Vanderbilt's linebackers went on it, and he had just enough room to squeeze through for the first down.
Yeah, followed the block of the tight end, Jordan Harris, a junior from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. So first down and 10. Running back is Roberts still. Trips tight to the line, right side, inside the 25-yard line for Missouri. Snap and a handoff for Roberts in the backfield. He is hit, and he stopped there. Picks up maybe 2 yards. That offensive line is starting to lean a little bit on Vanderbilt's defensive line after the longest drive of the ball game here for Mizzou. Scoreless so far, 7:25 to go, second quarter.
And I think Roberts could have actually broken that one out for quite a gainer, but he, like most running backs in college, you're trained to stay inside.
Well, don't tell him that.
I don't think he's listening.
That's good. Second down and 8. Empty backfield for Pribula, working left toward the north end zone. Once again, a scoreless game so far. There's the snap. Pribula, he races out toward the right. A flag has been thrown. Pribula at the 10, at the 5. He is dragging toward the pylon. He is down, but we've got to check the flag back at the 22-yard line.
We've got an offensive
personal foul, tripping, 56 offense, 15-yard penalty, second down.
That goes against the left guard for Mizzou, so Vanderbilt takes it. As far as penalties are concerned, that's the second on Missouri for 30 yards, 3 for 35 for Vanderbilt.
Takes away a non-horizontal puncture, too.
Also known as vertical, right?
If Clark wants to make it easy like that, yeah.
A huge call there. That was kind of a slip by the left guard and just stuck the foot out there to slow down Seabrooks. So second down and 23. Hardy is back in the ball game. Ball's back at the 36-yard line. On second down, the drop back for Pribula. He's got a pocket. He throws toward the right. It is caught and chucked out of bounds that time.
Miles Capers dropped into pass protection that time, and the ball just barely got over his head. He's such a good athlete. He almost climbed the ladder and got to it.
Catch is made by Olupade, a freshman from Chicago. So third down. Running back is Roberts once again. 3 wide receivers near sideline toward the left. A scoreless game here. Top 15 matchup. Both teams at 6-1. Ball's at the 25. Third down and 12. Driving toward the left. Hip right for Roberts of Pribula. Vanderbilt shows blitz, looking for pressure. They are going to hit him. He sneaks out of it at the 25, at the 20. He's tripped up and dropped, and Vanderbilt gets to him before the line to gain. Fourth down at the 21-yard line. Tackle is made by Bradley Mann, and they send the kicker on. Big stop for Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt came with the blitz right there. Perbula slipped the blitz. Vanderbilt got a second life right there by chasing the ball down and bringing them down short of the first down.
All right, so the kicker is Robert Meyer, a freshman from California. He did not start the season as the starter, a backup, but the starter got hurt. And so far this season for the freshman, 8 for 10. Play clock is down to 7. This looks like a 39-yard kick off toward the left. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is on its way. This one is twisting, and it is good. It just sneaks that in. The left upright foot, not a bad job, as the kicker is talking. Goodness, 39-yard field goal for Meyer. Brings us to a timeout on the field. 13 plays, 70 yards. If you're Vanderbilt, you hold them to 3. Okay. First points of the ball game. It goes to Mizzou. 5:11 to go, second quarter. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Commodore fans, the Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt is your headquarters for week-long entertainment. Stop by the Commodore Grill and enjoy live music from some of Nashville's best songwriters from 6 to 10 p.m., 7 nights a week. Grab a cup of Bongo Java from our coffee bar Brew to start your morning. Brew is in the main lobby. The Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt, just walking distance from the stadium. The game starts here.
Never settle, unless it's into the electrifying BMW i4. Blend the lines of cutting-edge and classic with groundbreaking technology at your fingertips. And experience M-engineered precision while you twist around every turn. After all, electric doesn't have to be static. If you thought EVs couldn't live up to your expectations, then you've never experienced the ultimate electric driving machine. The 100% electric 2025 BMW i4. Take advantage of exceptional offers today.
Welcome back. First score of the game goes to Mizzou. 3-0, a 39-yard field goal for the Tigers. Thanks to everyone listening today on 102.5 The Game and 94.9 The Fan here in Nashville, our home for Vanderbilt football, men's basketball, and baseball. Proud to carry our games on these stations down to the sideline and Kev.
Well, Andrew, watching as we get ready for Vanderbilt's offense to take the field here, we see Jordan Matthews, who is one of the great players in the history of this Vanderbilt program, all-time leading receiver. He was named this week an SEC legend, and he'll be recognized for the SEC Championship weekend in early December down in Atlanta. We had a chance to visit with him for the Anchor podcast this week and really encourage our fans to go check that out. We, of course, played part of it on our pregame show a little bit earlier. I also asked Eli Stowers this week, say, hey, you've been working with Jordan Matthews. How much has he helped you? He said, man, he's just helped me in so many ways, whether it's about playing football and running routes and playing tight end, which Jordan did some during his days in the NFL, but also taking care of your body and how to take care of things either after a game or after practice and just manage the season health-wise. Just made such an impact in this program. Jordan Matthews did as a player, he did in the NFL, and now back part of the staff as an offensive consultant.
Yeah, Jordan had a great career in the NFL, just a class act. And Vanderbilt's very fortunate to have somebody of his caliber on staff.
And just cares so much about the players.
Yes.
I think that stands out for sure. Kevin, thank you so much. Well, Vanderbilt's offense, which is good for second in the Southeastern Conference, 41.4 points per game so far, has nothing. They're set to get the football back. Vanderbilt, 72 total yards of offense. Missouri, 116. First points of the ball game go down as a field goal for Meyer. 13 plays, 70 yards, 7 minutes, 48 seconds off the clock. Ultimately, a fairly good hold for Vanderbilt. Here's the kickoff for Mizzou. This one is driven toward the right. Here's Richardson at the 4, at the 10, goes far sideline, at the 20, looks for a crease, tripped up 25. And Vanderbilt takes over at the standard field position at the 25-yard line. It's a return of 22 yards. Tackle is made by McClellan, freshman linebacker.
Good coverage. You got as much out of that return as he could.
All right, so time out on the field. So we'll step aside. Vanderbilt gets the football back in just a second. On the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
At First Bank, we've always been Vandy fans, and as the official bank of Vanderbilt Athletics, we're also teammates helping cheer on the Doors together. We're proud to add Commodore Pride to your wallet with our official Vanderbilt debit cards. Anchor down when you pay with Vanderbilt debit cards from First Bank. When two historic Tennessee teams join together, you get even more ways to bank on the Doors. Bank local, get more. First Bank, member FDIC.
The roof over your head does more than protect your house. It protects the people you love most. At Ostermiller, we understand that. Whether it's a small repair or a brand new roof, we treat every project like it's our own home. Local, reliable, and always here when you need us, because peace of mind starts at the top. Ostermiller, we're raising the standard in roofing.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Anchor Podcast. Subscribe on Apple and Spotify today. The Anchor Podcast, the best conversations about your Commodores. Now, more Vanderbilt football.
A little bit of journey brings us back on the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country. Download the free Varsity Network app available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app. Plus, how would you like to listen to us? Well, synced up to your TV. It's really quite simple in the comfort of your own home. Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. Once again, Missouri 3, Vanderbilt nothing. Our only score so far, a 39-yard field goal by the freshman Meyer for Mizzou. Diego Pavia for Vanderbilt is 4 for 8, 46 yards. And takes the field once again. It did feel like Vanderbilt started to find a little bit of something on their last drive. We'll see if they can cash in. Running back is Cedric Alexander. From the 25, working toward the right. Three wide receivers near sideline toward the right for Vanderbilt in those black uniforms. Papia's in the shotgun. On first down, takes the snap, he drops back. There's some pressure, steps up. He's going to chuck this one near sideline, looking for Richardson. Did he make the catch? Did he make the catch?
Out of bounds.
Let's see it. They're going to say out of bounds. Barton Simmons was right there trying to argue for it at the 35-yard line. It took a moment, but they say incomplete for Richardson. Here's our first look in the booth. Ooh, I think he's in. It depends on control. This is worth the second look.
The field is an incomplete pass. The previous play is under further review.
So he gets his left foot. His left foot will get in. The question is, when does he get control? Left foot down. Does he bobble the football? Guys, I think that's a catch.
That needs to be looked at. Good catch there, Andrew. No pun intended.
Thank you, sir. This Close Shave Instant Replay is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. Barton Simmons was right there. Argued pretty vehemently for Vanderbilt's. To me, there was a slight bobble for Richardson, but ultimately I think he secures it. There's your toe tap. The foot, the right one is not down. The left one kicks up those black pellets from the turf.
And
looks like a completion.
Yeah. Clark's down there trying to help where he was.
As Mr. Commodore, I suppose at this point, Theo Vaughn gets a shot.
After further review, it is a completed pass.
There you go. A completed pass for Vanderbilt. Biggest strike of the ball game. It's Pavia to Richardson. We've been looking for the long connection between those two. They just got it.
And right there, you've got a case of why the replay exists. They took a call that I thought, just watching it live, was not a catch, and it was a catch. It was a good catch by the referees.
So 37 yards from Papia to Richardson, who's having a good day here today. That's 3 catches for 58 yards for Richardson. And Vanderbilt, once again, is in Missouri territory. Our score 3-0 Mizzou. 4 minutes, 56 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Running back is Cedric Alexander. 4 down linemen for Mizzou. On the trot back for Pavia. He steps up, he throws toward the right, caught by Sherrill, slips and falls at the 30. It's a good pickup on first down here for the Doors. That's fine. It's a pickup of 8 yards to junior Sherrill. Second down, and Vanderbilt goes fast. Clock is tumbling, 4:35. It's an empty backfield here for Pavia. Cedric Alexander toward the right. There's a snap, a slant toward the left. It is caught. Eli Stowers moved the sticks for Vanderbilt at the 25. We'll see if they continue to go with pace.
Yeah, good job that time by Eli, making sure he made the catch. He knew he had the first down. Made the catch, first down.
7 for 11 for Pavia, 95 yards. Drops back on first down. He steps up, he throws middle. Oh, Eli Stowers, did he get it? It's Air Stowers at the 5. He falls, he halted in. First down. They go fast. Ball is inside the 10, officially at the 7. Pickup of 19 for Stowers. There's the snap on first down. Pavia waits, he's got pressure. He steps up, he starts to run. He's hit, he's dropped at the line of scrimmage.
It's like he may have lost a yard right there.
Tackle is made by Young. 3:45 to go second quarter.
Great catch by Eli Stowers right there. I mean, he climbed the ladder, extended himself as far as he could, knew that he could take a rib shot doing it, and just really made a great catch.
With a loaded press box of NFL scouts. Goal to go for Vanderbilt from the 8-yard line. Trailing 3-0. All 3 running backs, a full house formation for Vanderbilt. Pavia in the pistol on second and goal. There's the snap. It's a play action. Looks left. Nothing is there. Steps up. He starts to run. Tries to find something. A flag has been thrown at the 10-yard line. He waits. At the 5, he slips again. He's going to reverse field. He's got some space. At the 5, he turns the corner. It's a touchdown. Vanderbilt. Well, 3 flags are on the field.
I think there's a cut block by Vanderbilt's offensive lineman and a hold, I'm going to guess, on the scramble.
Maybe they're offsetting. I would take something that's offsetting so Vanderbilt doesn't find itself pushed back.
What a great play, though.
Holy
I hate
smokes.
just for the effort that it's coming back.
Bryce Henderson is frustrated at the 20-yard line. You suspect one of these is going to go against him as he kind of paces away from his teammates at the 20. Let's try to get the call from Marlowe. I'm looking for something offsetting.
Both on the offense. Holding. 55. Offense. Decline. Holding. Offense. Number 0 is accepted. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
All right, so they officially get Junior Sherrill. And once again, it's Diego Pavia ties his shoe, the Heisman Trophy candidates, doing regular things because he's just like us. Ties his shoe back at the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt is backed up.
I mean, what just presence of mind to scramble back off to his left like that. Yeah, no point in the hold right there by Junior Sherrill. He was not going to make the play, but he did hold.
Well, so far for Vanderbilt, 4 penalties for 45 yards. That's been the first half bugaboo. Under 3 minutes to go. Vanderbilt has a goal to go from the 18-yard line. 3 wide receivers near sideline toward the right. One of them is Stowers. 1 wide receiver far sideline toward the left. Running back is Cedric Alexander. He's hip right in the shotgun with Pavia. Play clock is at 15. Again, it's goal to go. Vanderbilt trails 3-0 from the 18-yard line. On second down for Pavia. Rolls toward the right. They hand it to Seti at the 20. Tries to spin. He's hit. Breaks a tackle. Lunges past the 15-yard line. Good tackle by Missouri. And it's third down.
Why are they marking it at the 15-yard line?
I thought he got to about the 14 or the 13, but they stop him at the 15. Nice tackle by Jacobs, the linebacker. So third down, goal to go for Vanderbilt. You want the touchdown, but be careful, too, of the interception.
I think if you're Tim Beck right here, you're going to look for a safe throw using the sideline.
In the shotgun for Pavia. Goal to go, third down from the 15. 3 wide receivers near sideline toward the right. Play clock is at 3. It's at 2. There's the snap. It's a rush of 4. A flag has been thrown.
Oh, come on.
And Vanderbilt is beside
Diego
itself.
took a flop. But that is twice 19's gone in after the whistle's blown.
And Clark is after the officials once again for all of the chatter. This time it's Darius Smith. And the Boo Birds are loud.
Up at 55. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Now if you're Vanderbilt, you have to be extra careful.
That was a flop by Diego. I'll be the first to admit that.
Boy, that is a really close false start penalty, huh? I mean, I guess it's a big leg kick here for Henderson. Someone else can kind of step in and speak to this. But that's a late... That's also kind of a late shove.
Well, it's twice he's done it.
That's right. It's nothing vicious, but with quarterbacks, never know. Goal to go from the 22:08 to go, second quarter. Vanderbilt trails by 3, certainly still in Brock Taylor field goal range. Hip right of Pavia is Alexander. There's the snap. It's a roll toward this near sideline at the 25. Pavia looks. He throws in the feet of Stowers. And Vanderbilt will take the field goal attempt after a couple of plays that backed him up after being inside the 10. A 37-yard field goal for Brock Taylor. It's on the far hash, the left hash, kicking toward the south end zone. Vanderbilt's junior from Knoxville Catholic. 2:03 to go. Second quarter, Vanderbilt tries to tie the game. Out of the hold of Haberer. Brock Taylor for Vanderbilt's first points here today. There's the snap, the hold, the kick here from Brock Taylor. This one is on its way, and it is good. Brock Taylor 7 for 7 this season for the junior. And Vanderbilt ties the ball game at 3. That brings us to the 2-minute timeout as well. We'll step aside, come back in just a couple of seconds. Officially a 38-yard field goal for Brock Taylor. 8 plays, 55 yards, 3:06 off the clock. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
Vanderbilt Business offers degree and certificate programs designed to help you gain the knowledge, connections, and confidence to achieve your unique goals. We're committed to creating opportunities for you to discover, grow, and thrive at every stage of your career, whether you're just starting out or working your way to the C-suite. Let our dedicated staff and faculty help you take the next step in your professional journey. Visit vanderbiltbusiness.com/anchor down today. That's vanderbiltbusiness.com/anchor down.
It's game day, Vandy fans, and you don't want to miss a single play. Uber Eats brings your favorite foods right to your door. Wings, pizza, burgers, whatever you're craving, it's just a tap away. Download the Uber Eats app and use code GOVANDY to get $15 off your first order. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of The Doors. Let's eat.
Buy Vanderbilt football tickets on VUCommodores.com. Support your Commodores all season long. Now, more Vanderbilt football. Here's Andrew Allegretta.
So we're tied up at 3, 2 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Today's game sponsor is Pepsi, Vanderbilt Athletics and Vanderbilt Sports Property. Thanks, Pepsi, for their partnership, supports, and all they do in the Nashville community. Down to the sideline, let's check in once again with Kev.
Well, Andrew, you got 2 minutes left in the first half. We talk pretty much every game about winning the middle 8. These are spots where Vanderbilt's been really good this season. Commodores are about to kick off to Missouri. You have all 3 timeouts. You manage those. Your defense can get a 3 and out. With the leg of Brock Taylor, all you need is a couple big plays, and you're right into field goal range. So let's see if Vanderbilt can maybe grab a couple extra points here before we go to the half.
Hey, Kev, thank you so much. That would be huge. The other thing, Norm, that we talked about during the break, and Clark talks about this all of the time, there's a bunch of different quote-unquote opponents that you go up against, and one of them is the emotions of the game.
Number 11
at the
for
moment.
Missouri is 98.
at the moment, the emotions of the game are starting to get heated because of the officials.
Yeah, Steve Marlowe came over and listened to Clark, and then Eli Drinkwitz had a couple of the officials over on that side. Marlowe went over and talked to him. That, in my opinion, they really need to get this game under control. That there are just too many little ticky-tack things that are going on.
It's certainly chippy so far, no doubt about that. Vanderbilt, I think, wants that chippiness to be recognized by the officials. That has not yet. To an extent, I feel like the chippiness is by design for that Missouri team. Two teams that feel like underdogs despite the fact that this is a top 15 matchup. Vanderbilt number 10, Missouri number 15. Folks is back deep. Here's the kick by Brock Taylor. Leans the leg into this one. And Folks lets it fly. It's a touchback and Missouri takes over at the 25-yard line. Sizable opportunity here defensively, as Kev talked about, for Vanderbilt's defense. Bo Prabula, the starting quarterback, is 8 for 11, 62 yards. Hardy, 32 yards on the grounds. Vanderbilt has outgained Missouri 142-116. Time of possession 14:52. Mizzou 13:08 here for Vanderbilt. Running back is Roberts. And it's just Roberts in the backfield, and he's matched here with Coleman as well, so Prabula is flanked out on first down. There's the snap. Coleman looks. He's going to take off. He runs at the 25, tries to bounce it outside at the 35, secretes at the 35, 40 down the far sideline. C.J. Hurd is there. The hits, and it's a big pickup for Mizzou at the 40-yard line. Kevin Coleman is dangerous. He took it. He ran Longwell with the tackle after 34 yards, and they go fast. Vanderbilt lines up. There's the snap. It's a handoff middle, this time for Roberts. That is stood up at the 40-yard line. As Vanderbilt tries to rip the football loose, it's a late whistle. They can't do so. 1:37 to go, second quarter tackle by Capers. Now it's interesting for Vanderbilt how they use their timeouts, if they elect to use them at all. Second down, as Mizzou's not in any hurry at this point. Clock is tumbling. Under 90 seconds to go, first half, tied up at 3. Running back is Roberts, hip right of Prabula. Two wide receivers on each side. Now Norfleet in motion back toward the left. There's the snap. Drop back for Prabula. Steps up. He throws middle. It is hits. It's Coleman with a catch. Tackle is made at the 36-yard line by Longwell. So third down. And meeting up here for Mizzou. Got to make a stop. Third down and 4. Ball's at the 35. Mizzou needs the 31. At 45 seconds to go, second quarter. Prabula takes the snap. Vanderbilt shows pressure. He steps up, being chased by Patterson near sideline. A flag has been thrown back at the 40. Prabula leans forward. Looks like he's got the first down depending on the call, but I think it's a hold. Hold on Vanderbilt.
Both.
On both.
Nice.
Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. Third down.
Oh, just an incorrect signal. So the official that came in to make the call said to the left, which was the inverse for Marlowe, and he misread it toward... Okay, great.
Directionally challenged.
The whole right-left inverse mirror thing.
It's a hard thing.
Leave it to Clark. He's got that. He's smart. Third down. They need the 31. 1 for 5 on third down so far. Backed up at the 45. A whistle and, let's see, I think a timeout taken by Vanderbilt. Right before the snap. Let's get the official call from Steve Marlowe.
Timeout Vanderbilt. The first of the half. 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 34 seconds.
Well, don't forget to check out the Commodore Hour every Monday night at 6 p.m. on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield, either 102.5 The Game or 94.9 The Fan here in Nashville. Always available the next day on the Anchor Podcast channel. Walk us through this first half form if you're just joining us. We're tied up at 3, 34 seconds to go. Mizzou versus Vanderbilt, certainly a big moment in terms of the score, in terms of that middle 8 section of the ball game right here, third down and 14.
Yeah, last play, C.J. Taylor perfectly timed a blitz, came through untouched. And
I wish C.J. Taylor still played for us.
C.J. Taylor.
He made
Hurd.
Do you remember that play that he made versus Missouri a couple of years ago? That was one of the most athletic, unbelievable plays.
Hurd made the play. It was perfect. He was all rattled because he didn't get to go. But this is a heavyweight boxing match here. It's two guys still feeling themselves out, trying to see what works against the other team.
3rd down and 14 from the plus 45. Running back is Roberts, hip left. There's a snap. Oh, Vanderbilt, did they jump? Rapula rolls toward the right. They throw down far sideline and completes. I thought for a second Vanderbilt was this close to jumping. They did not. And Vanderbilt forces the incomplete from Rapula. I think that was Zay Wood that absolutely torpedoed that play. Was it Wood?
Yeah.
Yeah, goodness.
Got the center just to release the ball and knocked him back on his rear end.
My word. And look, we've talked about this a bunch, but Clark Lee, Jerry Kill, Diego Pavia, they try to recruit one elite skill, and that get-off for Zay Wood is elite. Martel Height is back at the 10 on the punt from Connor Weisselman with 29 seconds to go. There's the snap. The punt is away. This is angled toward the right. Fair catch is called for by Martel Height. He makes it inside the 10, 22 seconds to go. Any inclination after the 37-yard punt, Norm, to try to make something happen here?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you may throw a safe pass right here, but I would expect a handoff. I mean,
well, Vanderbilt gets the football to start the third quarter as well at a very tight game. I think Clark is typically pretty aggressive. If there's ever a moment where they might be less aggressive, it might be now. I think it's a kneel down here for Vanderbilt.
Yeah, you're on the 8-yard line. Chances are, if you did get sacked, there may be a safety, and that's the last thing in the world you want to go in with it at halftime.
Yeah, it does look like Vanderbilt will take the knee.
And my apologies again to C.J. Hurd.
Feel free to drag me all of the times that I make mistakes. There's the snap. There's the knee. Missouri can take timeouts if they want to. They do have 3. They don't. And we'll make our way toward the halftime break. We'll catch up with head coach Clark Lee in just a couple of seconds. It does look like our friends at ESPN will chat with Clark. First, that gives us a quick opportunity to run down your first half statistics. 156 total yardage for Mizzou, 68 through the air, 88 on the ground. It's 3 penalties for 40 yards for Missouri, and for Vanderbilt, 141 total. 114 through the air, 27 on the ground. That's pretty notable. And 5 for 50 for Vanderbilt's in penalty yardage. Time of possession, 16:30 for Mizzou, 13:30 here for Vanderbilt in a top 15 matchup for just the second time in program history. Have to go back to 1937, number 12, Vanderbilt, number 4, Alabama. The last time Vanderbilt matched up in one of these top 15 matchups. Last time Vanderbilt was inside the top 10, of course, as Game Day noted plenty. 1947, Vanderbilt took down Ole Miss in that matchup. Clark's with Kev.
Head coach Clark Lee, tightly played first half. What have you seen?
Well, I mean, we got to settle in offensively. I mean, this is a good defense. We knew that. I'd like to see us get a little run game going here. They've been tough against the run, but more than anything else, to me, it's those self-imposed wounds, the penalties that I've not been pleased with. So we got to clean that up. But I think the defense is playing well. I'm going to need them to continue to hold the line for us. Hopefully, we come out here in the second half and grab a great start.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Kev, Coach, thank you so much. We're tied up at 3 as we've hit the halftime break. Don't forget to check out new episodes of the Anchor Podcast every week on Apple or Spotify, available now. A good conversation with new offensive consultant and, a pretty good football player, Jordan Matthews, up on the Anchor Podcast. 3-3, Vanderbilt versus Missouri. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network to Jonah Weintraub inside the network studios.
A smooth, close Barbasol shave in the morning lifts your confidence. That rich, creamy lather will catapult you to greatness. Nothing can stop you today. Well, except that traffic jam. Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Mr. Commodore, better known as Mr. C by the Black and Gold. He commands the campus, leads the charge down the Star Walk, and motivates the Commodores to anchor down. Ford also has a fan favorite, Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores at your Tennessee Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Welcome into our Learfield Network studios. Jonah Weintraub back with you for this halftime show as Vanderbilt and Mizzou tied at 3 apiece after 2 quarters of play. The Commodores and the Tigers, a defensive battle for 2 of the better overall teams in the SEC. Andrew recently just went over the stats as we were heading to halftime, but still plenty to look at in the box score. Diego Pavia leading the way, 8 of 13 with $114 passing through the air to lead the 2 quarterbacks in passing. Bo Prabula for the Tigers, just 9 of 13 for 68 yards. So both quarterbacks have dropped back 13 times. Neither has found the end zone yet. Neither team has found the end zone yet. Mizzou making up for that passing deficit with this ground attack. 88 yards on the ground, 5.5 per tote. That's opposed to Vanderbilt with just 2.1 yards per carry. The Tigers also had that 34-yard burst from Coleman Jr. to open up that last drive that ended up stalling, but Missouri definitely winning the battle on the ground so far. And in the receiving category, it's Coleman Jr. again with 3 catches for 35 yards to lead the Tigers, and Trey Richardson with a nice first half for the Doors, 4 grabs for 62 yards, a long of 37, and he has been targeted a game-high 5 times by Diego Pavia. All in all, the Tigers outgaining the Commodores 156-141, about neck and neck in that category so far in what was a really back and forth punt, counter punt, chippy first half. Lots of penalties combined, 8 for 90 yards rather, between the 2 teams. A lot of yellow flags on the field, and that's really gotten us to where we're at in this game. Not a lot of fireworks, but definitely a lot of grit. 2 teams trying to fight for a college football playoff contention. Vanderbilt and Mizzou, top 15 matchup tied at 3. We'll have more after this on Vanderbilt football from Learfield.
No other place has a story like Nashville, and no one captures the spirit of Music City better than the new Omni Nashville Hotel. This stunning 800-room hotel offers the perfect blend of Southern charm and urban sophistication in the heart of downtown. The hotel's 5 on-site culinary and entertainment venues reflect the authentic flavors of Nashville. Amenities include an on-site business center, spacious fitness facility, and a stunning outdoor pool deck with panoramic views of downtown Nashville. And don't forget Omni's signature Mocara Spa. Get ready, Nashville. This is like nothing you've ever experienced before.
At First Bank, we've always been Vandy fans, and as the official bank of Vanderbilt Athletics, we're also teammates helping cheer on the Doors together. We're proud to add Commodore Pride to your wallet with our official Vanderbilt debit cards. Anchor down when you pay with Vanderbilt debit cards from First Bank. When 2 historic Tennessee teams join together, you get even more ways to bank on the Doors. Bank local, get more. First Bank, member FDIC.
Intercepted. Welcome to Vanderbilt for C.J. Hurd.
We'll be back after this local break on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate Pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
first half is in the books. Welcome to the Vanderbilt Football Halftime Show. The Halftime Show is presented by Uber Eats, proud sponsor of the Doors. Let's eat. Coming up, we'll analyze the first half of action, run down the halftime stats, and update the out-of-town scoreboard. The Halftime Show begins now. Let's go inside the network studio. Here's Jonah Weintraub.
Hey, welcome back into our Pepsi Halftime Show. Jonah Weintraub back with you here in our Learfield Network studios as Vanderbilt and Mizzou, top 15 matchup, number 10 Doors, number 15 Tigers, tied at 3 at the intermission. Jonah Weintraub once again back with you. And after 2 quarters of action, our halftime show rolls on from inside the Learfield Network studios. Our game, though, is just one of 7 that is happening across the SEC right now. And there's plenty of action to cover. So let's go in and take a look at what the rest of the teams in the conference are up to as we speak. To begin the day, number 8 Ole Miss took down number 13 Oklahoma in Norman, 34-26, thanks to a nice day from running back Kewan Lacey.
One of those is William Eccles. Will Eccles, a sophomore from Houston, Mississippi. Jamarius Brown, as he checked in too, from Moss Point. A couple of SIP giants in there from the 2. 3rd and goal with 50 seconds left. There's the snap. Lacey, direct snap, left side, walks into the end zone, untouched. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
That was David Kellum on the call for one of Lacey's 2 touchdowns to give him an SEC best 12 scores on the year on the ground. Ahmad Hardy for the Tigers has not scored today in our game, so until he gets past his 11, it's going to be Lacey in the front runner position for the SEC rushing touchdown leader. Rebels are now 7-1 with no ranked foes left on their schedule. As for the Sooners, they're now 6-2 with 4 straight ranked opponents to end the season, and that's worth noting because for OU, no 3-loss team has ever made the college football playoff, even in the expanded format, so an uphill battle for Brent Venables and company going forward. In a battle between 2 winless SEC foes, Auburn came back from a 10-point deficit to pick up a nice 33-24 victory at Arkansas. After trailing by as much as 10 in the first half, as mentioned, the Tigers rattled off 17 unanswered in the final quarter to secure the win and get on the SEC win column for the first time this year. Over at Williams-Brice, 4th-ranked Alabama is on top of South Carolina, 14-6, right before the half, about 2 minutes left in the first half from South Carolina, Columbia. The Crimson Tide were outgained about 130-15 in the first quarter, but the defense actually had a lead after the first quarter because they picked up the slack late in that opening period.
And Sellers will take a man in motion, sit him down over to the right side. Out of the gun, they fake to Faison. Wants to throw an in route, now throws it and dumps it off into the hands of a Bama defender, and he runs it in on a pick 6. In and out of the arms of Faison, threw it right to the defender. Deshaun Jones, and the bad luck strikes Carolina on their second drive. A pick 6 on an absolute ridiculous play.
That was Todd Ellis on the call for Learfield as Bama, a defensive touchdown. That one put them up 7-6, score now 14-6 from Columbia. And in the last of the SEC games that are either underway or finished, number 22 Texas holds Mississippi State is tied with Mississippi State 7-7 in Starkville midway through the second quarter. The Longhorns were held under 200 total yards of offense last week versus Kentucky. That was just the first time that has happened in 62 games, rather the second time it's happened in 62 games under head coach Steve Sarkisian. So far today, Texas has about 110 yards heading into the half. That takes us to a pair of conference clashes later tonight at 6:30 Central. 3rd-ranked Texas A&M heads to Death Valley for a tilt with number 20 LSU. And it's been tough sledding for the Tigers as of late. They've lost 2 of their last 3, including last week against the Doors, as we can all remember. But for head coach Brian Kelly, his unit's goals are still achievable and right in front of them.
What we've talked about is the excitement of this opportunity that we have this week to go 1-0, and that 1-0 is against the number 3 ranked team in the country. So this is about the history and tradition of LSU football. You get these matchups at home, they're exciting, and we're looking forward to just the focus on playing our best when our best is needed against a great opponent in A&M in Tiger Stadium.
That one takes place at 6:30 Central. And then the final SEC game of the night at 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central. Number 17 Tennessee faces Kentucky and Lexington. Over the past 40 years, the Vols are 37-3 against the Wildcats. However, UK has kept it within one score of Tennessee in the fourth quarter in five of the last 6 meetings. And that one is the nightcap in the SEC, 6:45. Well, that's what's going on around the conference, but now it's time to see how the final 30 minutes of action shake out between the Doors and the Tigers. Back to First Bank Stadium after this. You're listening to Vanderbilt Football from Learfield.
The Donut Den is proud to serve fresh-baked items in and around Nashville. Start your day with sunshine by visiting their location on Hillsborough Pike and enjoy some of their delicious items, like donuts, pastries, muffins, croissant donuts, fritters, fresh brewed coffee, and more. All items are baked fresh daily on site. To start your day off with sunshine, make sure to visit the Donut Den at 3900 Hillsborough Pike or call 385-1021. That's 385-1021. The Donut Den, proud to serve Nashville.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Vanderbilt, biggest win in Vanderbilt history. Is this real life? You bet.
You're listening to Vanderbilt Football on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for those who choose to live louder. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor, made with 100% Blue Weber agave, aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste, ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo, live louder. Please enjoy responsibly. 2025 imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila 40% alcohol by volume.
Junior.
Yep.
Lady.
Yeah, they have it.
Gigantic.
You know it.
What about mega?
Yep, they've got that one too. When it comes to Jumbo Bucks, winning is the name of the game. In fact, Tennessee lottery players win an average of $2.3 million a day on Jumbo Bucks games alone. So find your jumbo-sized fun today. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Jumbo Jumbo?
Oh yeah, they even have that one.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Vanderbilt University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Vanderbilt University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Vanderbilt University.
Welcome back, said announcers. Andrew Allegretti here alongside Norman Jordan, tied up at 3. As we close in on the second half, a top 15 matchup for the first time for Vanderbilt since 1937. Norm, your halftime adjustments for the Doors are what?
Well, offensively, I mean, Vanderbilt's got to clean up the penalties. They had 5 penalties for 50 yards in the first half. 4 of those 5 were offensive penalties. One of those 4 took away a touchdown run by Diego Pavia. So they've got to clean up the penalties because it destroys the way this offense works. It keeps them from being in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. They're back at 3rd and 9. So they've got to clean that up. Defensively, I'll take the way the defense played in the first half all day long. I mean, they really played hard, played well. Missouri stayed balanced, but Vanderbilt still did a great job against them.
I feel like you have to be a little bit cautious in the second half that at some point Hardy kind of hits you with a chunk run play with that stretch, but for the most part Vanderbilt has handled it fine. Vanderbilt does need to get its rushing attack going in some capacity. Yes, you can talk about the penalties. That has been a huge factor. Vanderbilt has been close to the red zone twice, inside the red zone once. They have 3 points on those 2 tries, but for Vanderbilt, getting the running game going, 27 yards for Vanderbilt on the ground. I'm not saying it's an exact repeat of Alabama, but when Vanderbilt lost its one game versus the Tide. They did not have the running game. That feels like a factor. How do they do that?
Yeah, well, I mean, for right now, you've got really 4 carries by running backs. You've got 5 carries by your quarterback and 1 carry by your tight end. So how do they do that? What they've got to do is when they line up and they see what Missouri's lined up in. Missouri's not doing any late shifts like Vanderbilt typically does in the defensive line. When they see them lined up, call the play that gives you the blocking angles, and when you get that, you'll get some yardage out of it.
Those are your halftime adjustments brought to you by Martin & Zerfoss Insurance. Let Martin & Zerfoss create a comprehensive insurance plan for you, your family, and even your business at competitive prices. Martin & Zerfoss, the no-problem people. Vanderbilt versus Missouri with an inside track to the college football playoff on the line. We're tied up at 3. Vanderbilt will get the football first. In this top 15 matchup, Vanderbilt is ranked inside the top 10 for the first time since 1947. The second half after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
The roof over your head does more than protect your house. It protects the people you love most. At Ostermiller, we understand that. Whether it's a small repair or a brand new roof, we treat every project like it's our own home. Local, reliable, and always here when you need us. Because peace of mind starts at the top. Ostermiller, we're raising the standard in roofing.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Anchor down.
He's got space. He's going to go. They blew him out of the water.
We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
When it's time to sell your home, you hope your agent knows the market, timing, pricing, interest rates, neighborhoods, staging open houses, understanding contracts, completing paperwork. Oh, and can actually help guide you on your big move. Don't hope, know. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you've got a partner who will guide you every step of the way, from listing to closing and everything in between. Weichert, dream, move, home. Each Weichert franchise office is independently owned and operated.
What adjustments?
Welcome back as we get set for the second half. Vanderbilt versus Missouri, tied up at 3. Andrew Allergan here in the booth alongside Norman Jordan. Our fantastic crew, Todd Berry, Chase Owens, Jake Lyman, Ladarius Robinson, Jonah Weintraub back inside the network studios. We'll head down to Kev in just a couple of seconds. Vanderbilt to get the football first on a gorgeous October afternoon here from the Music City. Temperatures upper 60s, low 70s. On a massive day across college football, and a big one for Vanderbilt. The kickoff by Robbins from the 35. Low line drive kick. This drives Richardson back, and he's going to return it at the 10. At the 15, a stutter step. He sprung down. He tried to get a little greedy, and it's at the 15-yard line. Down to the sideline. Let's check with Kev.
We talked to head coach Clark Lee going to the half, and you talk about cleaning up penalties. That's obviously going to be a big key for Vanderbilt in the second half. You'll think back to the game against LSU last week. Vanderbilt had the ball to start the second half, put together an extended drive, and scored a touchdown that was really big. This feels like a big drive, not only in this game, but maybe in the course of the season for Vanderbilt. This tightly played, very physical game with Missouri.
Kev, thank you. Ain't that the truth? So Diego Papia, 8 for 13, 114. Through the air for the doors for the starting quarterback. He's in the pistol from the 15-yard line. Has Cedric Alexander. Man's in motion back toward the left. There's the snap. It's a handoff for Seti through the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles. Gets 4 yards, maybe 5 toward the 20. So we talked about it. Carries by the running back. They go right to Seti. Tackled by Catalan.
Yeah, I mean, just a good call right there. Getting the 4 yards. It's, as we keep talking about it, it's Vanderbilt's offense to stay balanced, keep the offense on the field, keep the clock running. That's exactly what they need right there. Now come back with another 4-yard gain.
All right, so Vanderbilt 31 yards on the ground here today. Cedric Alexander, once again, the running back in the pistol. 2 wide receivers out toward the right for Vanderbilt, 1 near sideline toward the left. From the minus 19-yard line, Barnett's in motion. Orbit motion back toward the right. There's the snap. Handoff for Cedric Alexander. Wrapped up, hit, and drops at the 22. Flexing his Trotter. The linebacker makes the stop. A season ago was the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year at West Virginia. Transfers to Mizzou. Makes the stop. 3rd down here for Vandy.
All right, well, you're where you want to be, Vanderbilt offense. You've got yourself in a third and manageable situation. You've got short passes you can work with. You've got a running game you can work with. You've got the options. You've got all kinds of things you can do. And you've got Eli Stowers in the backfield.
Let's watch out for this. Vanderbilt 1 for 5 on 3rd downs here today. They need the 25-yard line. On 3rd down and 3, Stowers in motion toward the right by himself here for Pavia. There's the snap. It's a rush of 5. Pavia waits, throws. It's deflected, and it is intercepted by Missouri. Picked off by Mizzou.
I think Vanderbilt got it back
loose.
I think he grabbed it on the way down.
Oh, goodness. What a massive call this is going to be. Vanderbilt says they stripped it after the interception. A deflection at the line of scrimmage for Mizzou. It was picked off.
Got the smallest guy on the field that stripped it loose.
Looked like Wilson with the interception here for Missouri. Was Vanderbilt able to strip it before Wilson was down at the 20-yard line? Been a lot of chatter here from our crew today. Trying to get things right, which you certainly appreciate. Let's hear from Steve
The ruling
Marlowe.
on the field is an interception by the defense and a return, and the ball carrier down before the ball came loose.
Come on.
Okay, so let's see if we can get this one a review.
Yeah, let's get a look at this.
Worth noting that Wilson is on the sideline. Feels like he's a little bit hurt. We'll follow that. It was Richardson that tried to strip it here for Vanderbilt. This is really close. He's going down. His left knee, I think that's going to stand, guys.
The previous play is under further review.
Yeah, they've got to review it for sure, but I did not love what I saw at first glance, unless we can feel like the football is moving before that left knee. That left knee is coming down. Where's the football coming loose? Maybe that's loose. I don't know. I wish they had called it on the inverse.
Yeah.
Because if they called it on the inverse, I think it stands for Vanderbilt's kind of a secondary thing. Diego Pavia's got to be careful with targeting. Kind of dove on the pile with his helmets. Did not call it, so water under the bridge at this point. But
well, they can call it on the replay, can't they?
They can't go back and look at targeting. I don't think it is targeting because of the side of the helmet thing, but can you imagine losing Diego Pavia because of that? Well, Diego Pavia has the pass tipped at the line of scrimmage. It's Wilson that makes the interception. It's just, where do you feel like the football is starting to come loose? If it's right there, maybe
it's loose.
Maybe that's loose.
The ball's loose.
Well, the fans are starting to react on the video board.
Regardless, I mean, it's a heads-up play by Richardson to come back and try to pull that ball loose.
Yes, for sure.
Smallest guy on the field.
Yeah, no doubt. This Close Shave Instant Replay is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and a trusted value. The other component to this is the fact that Vanderbilt did recover the loose football, correct?
Right, and it'll be first down because there was a changeover.
That is also massive. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get this call flipped. Let's see if we can get to. They do have. This is always your signal, Norm. Do they have the little notebook? Are they writing? Are they writing?
They're writing.
Oh, good. What a massive call. quite possibly in the arc of both teams' seasons. Again, this was a 3rd down and 3. Vanderbilt tried to throw it with Pavia. It was deflected. I think Young, the defensive end, got his paw on it. It was Wilson that made the interception, and then the strip by Richardson, and we're talking about millimeters. The difference between either a fumble or the knee is down at the 20-yard line, which either is red zone opportunity for Mizzou in a tie ball game at 3, or Vanderbilt gets the football back after possibly a catastrophic start to this 3rd quarter. Tied up at 3. Vanderbilt has a 38-yard field goal from Brock Taylor. That's it so far. Let's get the call from Steve Marlowe. Come on, sir. What do we say? What do we say, Mr. Marlowe? A fist pump by Drinkwitz.
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld.
Yep. So they felt like they did not have enough, obviously, to make the flip. Drinkwitz with the fist pump before the announcement was sort of the indicator. Clark Lee is, it's been a tough day for Clark. A lot that he has not liked from this crew, and he's absolutely destroying Marlowe. Vanderbilt can't chase the emotions of the game, and right now they are. Prapula in the shotgun at the 20. Tied up at 3, driving toward the rights in the red zone after the interception. There's the snap. It's a handoff for Coleman, racing toward the left. He's got a crease at the 15, at the 10. Hits and tackled at the 10. A first down pickup for Coleman. He is just lightning quick and brutally dangerous. Kevin Coleman, the senior from St. Louis, Missouri, a transfer from Mississippi State. Goal to go from the 10. Vanderbilt needs one of those turnovers themselves.
Yeah, you got a player like Coleman, you want to get his hands on the ball as often as you can, and he's got several catches this year, but if you can just hand it to him, let him run.
Running back is Hardy. There's the stretch play toward the right. There's a crease. He's hit at the 5, down at the 3. Goal to go here for Missouri. 2nd down on the stretch play toward the right from Ed Hardy. Intestinal fortitude tested for number 10 Vanderbilt. A day that nothing has gone right.
For Missouri substitutes, so Vanderbilt gets a chance to substitute.
They hustle off Heights and Taylor. Vanderbilt gets big. Running back is Ahmed Hardy. Under center for Prapula. There's the snap. It's a handoff for Hardy toward the right. They sputtled ahead of its 3rd down. Ball's at the 3-yard line. Nice tackle.
We're marking at the 2.
And Patterson. They mark him at the 2, as Norm says, officially. 3rd down. Again, gut check and test little fortitude. You turn it over on the 3rd play of the 3rd quarter, and the defense has an opportunity at something massive.
Yeah, you have to believe, unless there's a loss right here, that it'll be 4-down territory.
Oh, you think so? Interesting. Play clock is at 8. Missouri tries to get lined up. Shotgun for Prapula, driving right. Hardy's the running back in the shotgun. Man's in motion. It's Coleman, and they take the timeouts. Ooh, I like that.
Timeout, Missouri. Their first of the half.
In a close game, guys. In a close game. Those things are goal in the 2nd half. We'll take it for Vanderbilt's. Still have to make the stop, but Eli Drinkwitz, in his 6th season in Missouri, takes the timeout. This is the 7th time that Clark Lee and Eli Drinkwitz have matched up. NC State offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator at Notre Dame, of course, Vandy, and Missouri. Clark Lee is 1-5 against Drink. Trying to get that to 2-5 here today. Top out of the field. Big play. 3rd down. Goal to go from the 2. It's Missouri's football. 10 up at 3. Beginning parts of the 3rd quarter. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Your Barbasol shave is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. The big game is on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, Commodore fans, the Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt is your headquarters for week-long entertainment. Stop by the Commodore Grill and enjoy live music from some of Nashville's best songwriters from 6 to 10 p.m., 7 nights a week. Grab a cup of Bongo Java from our coffee bar Brew to start your morning. Brew is in the main lobby. The Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt, just walking distance from the stadium. The game starts here.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you. So why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Commodore Nation, this is former Vandy quarterback David Culley, and you're listening to Commodore Football on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Welcome back. Big play quickly. Let's head down to the sideline and Kev.
We heard that message from David Culley there a moment ago. I saw David Culley down here on the sideline earlier today. He was here, part of it when we saw Whit Taylor honored during the first half. This is a big spot right here. Can Vanderbilt get off the field? We saw Vanderbilt hold last week against LSU in kind of a similar situation. 3rd and goal to 2. Really big spot here. Try to keep them out of the end zone.
Kev, thank you so much. Goal to go from the 2 after the turnover by Vanderbilt. The interception by Pavia on the deflection. As Vanderbilt's defense tries to build a wall. Near hash, driving toward the right. Ball's at the 2-yard line. Bo Prepula in the pistol with Hardy. Man's in motion. There's the snap. It's a roll toward the near sideline. Nothing there for Prepula. He throws this one out toward the right. It's incomplete. What a play defensively. A huge stop on goal to go from the 2 on 3rd down.
They're going.
You called it. A close game, I wondered. Vanderbilt subs quickly. 4th down. Goal to go. Big call for Drinkwitz.
I'm giving the ball to Hardy. Vanderbilt went back small.
In the shotgun. Hardy hip left of Prepula. Coleman's in motion. Play clock's at 5. From the 2, there's the snap. It's a fake. Prepula up the middle. Lowers the shoulder.
Stop him.
And it's going to stuff him. What a play. Goal line stand. They stuff Prepula. Oh, goodness. What a play. They built the wall here at the bank.
Yeah, Prepula's down. I think he...
Oh, goodness, defensively. Vanderbilt absolutely massive. We've got to check the quarterback. Miles Capers and crew absolutely just stuffed him. Goodness, tip your cap. Oh, that's an awkward bend for Bo Prepula. Oh, and he is in pain. What a moment in today's ball game, guys.
Rolling him over.
Oh, boy, for Bo Prepula. They're looking at the left foot. I hope he's okay. Quarterback, a transfer from Penn State, but it was an awkward bend, guys.
Saw a good interview with him this week when he said basically, well, how did you pick Missouri? He said, I told him I just want to meet with the coordinator, offensive coordinator, and with the head coach. That's all I want. He was trying to pick the best place for what his gifts were.
Okay, so a couple of things here. They're blowing this up extremely zoomed in to see if Vanderbilt indeed did stuff him. And I don't really think there's not much of a doubt, guys.
No.
There's no doubt that he was stopped short of the goal line. It's a massive humanity. Timeout on the field, we'll take it as well. But it's hard to see exactly what happened to Bo Prepula, but one of those awkward bend backs. We'll step aside, come back in just a couple of seconds. We're tied up at 3. Vanderbilt football. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Commodore fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Vandy football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Vanderbilt Commodores. Let's go, Commodores! SeatGeek.
Kohl's lowest prices of the season are here, and they're so good, you're going to wish you had enough hands for a second cart. Save on cozy tees for women, comfy jeans for boys, refreshed essentials for your home, and so much more. Because when prices are this low, self-control is overrated. Shop Kohl's lowest prices of the season and stock up now. Select styles. Offer ends October 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for those who choose to live louder. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor, made with 100% Blue Weber agave, aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste, ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo, live louder. Please enjoy responsibly. 2025 imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila 40% alcohol by volume.
What's up, Commodore Nation? This is former Vandy wide receiver Jordan Matthews, and you're listening to Commodore Football on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, very quickly down to Kev.
Well, really unfortunate scene during the timeout. Bo Perbula, the Missouri quarterback, they put his left leg, foot, ankle in the air cast. When you see that red bag come out, you watch enough football, you know that's bad news. He just went off in the cart. It's always neat to see how both the medical staffs come together, folks from Vanderbilt and, of course, the Missouri medical staff working with their quarterback. Wish him all the best. His day certainly looks like it's done here as he exits on the cart.
All right, Kev, thank you so much. Vanderbilt is back at the 1-yard line. They've got to be careful here. Diego Pavia in the shotgun with Cedric Alexander. Play clock is down to 15. Let's see the play call to try to find some space. There's a snap, handoff for Seti. Lunges past some pressure. Gets back to the 1-yard line. Norm.
Yeah, they took him out. They put him in a wheelchair and took him out the Vanderbilt side, which makes me believe they're probably going for x-rays for him to see if they've got a break.
I do echo what Kev said. When things get serious, it's always good to see the medical staffs come together, and it certainly was serious for Bo Perbula. We'll talk about the backup quarterback in just a little bit, but an opportunity for Vanderbilt with the football. Tied up at 3, 10:45 to go third quarter. But it is dicey in the shadow of their own uprights here. On second down for Vanderbilt, just trying to get a first down. Play clock is down at 5. There's a snap, handoff. Now a quick throw toward the right, bobbled and dropped by Sherrill. So a play action for Pavia, and Vanderbilt sits at third down. Third down and 9.
Yeah, Diego got rid of the ball so quickly. I think he just didn't give Sherrill enough time to adjust to where the ball was going. He took the snap, got rid of it in a hurry, which you got to do when you're standing in your own end zone. And you have to tell your offensive lineman, do not hold, because if you get a holding call with the ball in the end zone,
it's a safety. This game has been emotionally charged to be tied up at 3. And the shotgun here for Pavia. 2 wide receivers toward the right. Watch out for Zion Young. He is awfully dangerous off the edge. There's the snap on third down. Pavia rolls toward the right, looking downfield. He throws. It is caught by Richie Hoskins. It's shorts at the 7-yard line, but if nothing else for Vanderbilt, they gave some space for Nick Haberer.
Yeah, that's exactly what, Vanderbilt would have loved to have had a first down right there, but now you've got a punter that's got his full 15 yards to do his punt instead of worrying about putting his heel on the back line and only having really 12 yards for the punt. And watch for Missouri coming after it.
No doubt. Coleman stands at the 45. Really dangerous return man. But Haberer is back at the D in Vanderbilt's. Play clock is at 6. They've got a hustle son. Play clock is at 3. Play clock is at 2. There's the snap for Haberer. lets this one fly. It's a high punt wobbling toward the far sideline. Coleman is going to try to return it at the 45, finds his seam, gets past Pat. Oh, what a tackle! Oh, it's loose as well. Vanderbilt is going to jump on it. Whose football? Whose football is it? Vanderbilt.
He's marking it Vanderbilt.
Or was he down?
No, he's saying he's down. Have they gotten a call today?
What a play by Langston Patterson as Coleman goes down to the turf. His hand is down. His elbow comes down. I think that is I think that's
ruling on the field is the ball carrier down before the ball came loose. First down, Missouri.
So a 50-yard punt, 8-yard return. I thought so too initially. I'll tell you what, though. What a tackle by Langston Patterson, because that's another 10, 15, 20 yards for Coleman if not.
Oh, no question. As a matter of fact, that may have been all the way in.
Okay, so it's time to talk about the new quarterback for Missouri. After the entry for Bo Prabula, Matt Zollers, a freshman from Pennsylvania playing in his 4th game of the season. He is effectively the 3rd-string quarterback because the starter got hurt at the beginning of the season. Sam Horn, it became Bo Prabula, and at this point of the season, in Game 8, they go to Matt Zollers, a freshman from Pennsylvania, 6 for 6, 1 touchdown so far this season. He takes over, but you've got to think it's a heavy dose of Ahmed Hardy at this point. First down and 10. There's the snap. It's a give for Hardy's zone play. They hit him hard. They stuff him. Goodness. Vanderbilt, Nick Rinaldi just popped him. And, of course, if you're Vanderbilt, you're prepared for that. So you're going to try to make this a Zollers game.
Yeah, and the defensive line is doing a great job of just riding the blockers down the line, let the linebackers come in, clean it up. You'll take Hardy for a 1-yard gain all day long.
Every single time. Hardy here today. 9 carries, 42 yards. Second down and 9. Inside Vanderbilt territory. There's the snap. Quick throw toward the right. It's caught by Missouri at the 45-yard line. It's Johnson that makes the catch. And Vanderbilt forces a 3rd down from the 45-yard line. Mizzou needs the 38.
Yeah, I think Zunk got out there and made the play on the tackle right there. That looked like that play was going for a lot of yards, and Zunk just used his physical ability, got out there and made a big man making a big play.
The freshman Zollers in the shotgun. Hip left is Roberts. 2 wide receivers near sideline toward the right. Play clock is down to 10. Ball's at the plus 45-yard line. We're tied up at 3 early parts of the 3rd quarter. Vanderbilt shows pressure. They back out. Quick throw toward the right. It's caught by Coleman. Hit at the 40 and stopped. This should be shorts. Ball is at the 39. I would not be surprised if they go for it here.
Yeah, 39. The other guy had it marked almost to the first down. Yeah, I think they're going to go right here.
Another chance for Vanderbilt to stop on 4th down.
If nothing else, you get a hard count.
In a field position game. But at some point, you've got to score points. We're tied up at 3. 7:50 to go 3rd quarter. Play clock is down to 12. Pistol formation with Hardy. Zollers, the freshman quarterback. Calls for the snap, a turn, a give up the middle. Hardy's going to get the 1st down. Knew where that was going to go, and Hardy moves the sticks. Again, we're tied up at Bilts. Turn the football over on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, but Missouri on a goal line stand lost their starting quarterback, Bo Prabula, to what appeared to be a leg injury. First down and 10 from the plus 36-yard line. Vanderbilt shifts its defensive line. There's a snap. It's a stretch play toward the right here for Hardy. They've got it stopped. He tries to bounce back middle. Nothing there. Hit at the 35. And it's 2nd down and 9. They move him to the 34-yard line. Tackle is made by Fontenette.
Yeah, again, just a great job of Vanderbilt's defensive line.
Play clock to 25 and hold for my whistle.
Vanderbilt's defensive linemen just working down the line as they're being blocked and stretching the play out, and then the linebackers just coming in and plugging in any gaps that appear.
2nd down. 8 to go. Ball's at the 34. Needs the 26. Hardy, the running back. Hip left is Zollers, the freshman. 3 wide receivers near sideline toward the right. They shift into a pistol On second down, the drop back, a pump fake. Zolders waits, he steps up, he throws. It is bubbled. It is dropped by Norfleet. That was open for the tight end. Threw it at his feet, could not haul it in. And it's 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, he took all the attention away by taking 2 wide receivers, running them deep, and just ran a wheel route by Norfleet, who's normally one of the more sure-handed receivers as a gigantic tight end. He just couldn't get down and make the catch.
So far, 1 for 8 for Missouri on 3rd downs. For what it's worth, Vanderbilt is 1 for 7. Empty backfield here for Zolders. Ball's at the 34-yard line, working toward the right. On 3rd down, the drop back, quick throw toward the right. It's caught by Manning. Vanderbilt is ready. They hit him. They drop him at the 30. You would think that's a hold for Vanderbilt. It sets up what appears to be
about a 47-yard field goal.
Do they send Robert Meyer out there?
They're going for it on 4th down.
Again, a freshman kicker and a freshman quarterback in a top 15 matchup. That's not to say that Missouri can't be successful, but that's...
Could be a hard count trying to draw Vanderbilt off. That gets them a 1st down, so they'll be careful.
4th and 4. Ball's at the 30-yard line. Need the 26. 3 wide receivers near sideline toward the right. They're going to go for it. Snap for Zolders. He drops back. No pressure. They step up. They throw toward the left. It is caught. Oh, no. Manning's got it. He got loose. They convert their 2nd 4th down of the drive. Down at the 15. Oh, no. No pressure on Zolders.
Yeah, Manning just drifted from the right all the way over across the field from the left. No pressure on Zolders. Just got rid of the ball. 1st down.
There's the snap. It's a turn. It's a give. This time to Roberts. Stretches him out wide. It is Cowan. That forces him down at the 15-yard line. So Vanderbilt has played well on 1st and 2nd down. Have not been able to get them off the field on this drive with a freshman quarterback, which sometimes be careful what you wish for. Never know who might step up in a next man up type situation. We're tied up at 3, 5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Missouri's got the football in the red zone. 3 wide receivers near sideline toward the right. The running back is Hardy. Hip left of Zolders. Play clock down to 10. White uniforms for Mizzou. Black uniforms for Vanderbilt on 2nd down. There's the snap for Zolders. Vanderbilt shows pressure. They throw. It is incomplete. Throw the fingertips. C.J. Hurd nearly lit him up. 3rd down and 10 to go from the 15-yard line.
Woo. Tell you what, this is a nerve-wracking game.
Nothing happens and everything is happening all at once. Roberts is the running back. This time hip left of Zolders. 3 wide receivers near sideline toward the right. Man's in motion. That's a tight end. There's a snap. It's a handoff up the middle for Roberts. They stop him at the 10-yard line. He picks up maybe 4.
Here comes the field goal.
Okay, now they hold him to a field goal. I wondered if they were just going to try to take this thing to the house going for it. But this time more manageable for Robert Meyer.
Yeah, you got a 4th and 6, and you really, you're asking your quarterback to make back-to-back 4th down completions. If it was Perbula, I think you probably would see them going for it, but with Zolders, the freshman, kick it and take a 3-point lead.
Looks like a 30-yard field goal here for Meyer. There's the snap, the hold, the kick for the freshman is up, and this one is upright. It is no good. Left upright. They don't get a thing. Like I said, man, not to say that Mizzou can't be successful, but in a top 15 matchup, tied up at 3, you've got a freshman quarterback and you've got a freshman kicker. Top of the field. We'll step aside. Come back in just a couple of seconds after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Vanderbilt Business offers degree and certificate programs designed to help you gain the knowledge, connections, and confidence to achieve your unique goals. We're committed to creating opportunities for you to discover, grow, and thrive at every stage of your career, whether you're just starting out or working your way to the C-suite. Let our dedicated staff and faculty help you take the next step in your professional journey. Visit vanderbiltbusiness.com/anchor down today. That's vanderbiltbusiness.com/anchor down.
With stars that shined like the neon of our city.
It's up for grabs, and Vanderbilt picks it off.
This is Vanderbilt football.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Never settle, unless it's into the electrifying BMW i4. Blend the lines of cutting-edge and classic with groundbreaking technology at your fingertips. Experience M-engineered precision while you twist around every turn. After all, electric doesn't have to be static. If you thought EVs couldn't live up to your expectations, then you've never experienced the ultimate electric driving machine. The 100% electric 2025 BMW i4.
Take advantage of exceptional offers today.
Well, Vanderbilt marketing has had this in its back pocket the entire day, looking for that big moment of energy inside First Bank Stadium, and they got it. Swag Surfin' performed by the guys, by Fast Life Youngsters. They're out there on the 10 performing toward the student section. I know how much you love this song, no doubt, but every time Vanderbilt gets a win, this is what they play inside the locker room. We have seen that. A lot of teams have done that. Auburn does this. Not necessarily a song that just Vanderbilt uses, but they are out there live on a day when Dirk Bentley and Kenny Chesney have performed at College Game Day. Vanderbilt has Fast Life Youngsters performing Swag Surfin' toward the student section. If that doesn't get you, sir, fired up, I don't know what possibly Vanderbilt marketing could do, Nor.
Oh, me.
So a missed 29-yard field goal by Meyer. His first miss inside 30 this season. He's 9 for 12. And Vanderbilt's got the football, tied up at 3, 4:04. Again, it feels like nothing and everything has happened here today. Diego Pavia, 9 for 16. No touchdowns, 1 interception here today. Running back is M.K. Young. 3 wide receivers out toward the rights. On first down from the 20-yard line, driving toward the left here for Pavia. There's the snap. It's a handoff for Young, looking for space at the 20-25. He breaks it wide at the 30. He's got space. There goes MK at the 50, at the 30. He's being chased at the 20, at the 10.
Oh, my goodness.
MK Young.
No flags.
Touchdown. Vanderbilt, 80 yards. The Doors take the lead. Oh, goodness. MK like lightning for 6.
I told you if they stayed with the running game, it would work. What a run.
That is the 4th rush by a Vanderbilt running back this season of 60 plus. It had been 6 years for Vanderbilt between 60-yard rushes. Have to go back to Keyshawn Vaughn in 2019 to find previously the last one. And Vanderbilt has ripped off 4 of those this season. Extra point for Brock Taylor. It's good. New score, 10-3. Scoring drive. This one will be simple. 1 play, 80 yards, 13 seconds off the clock. Norm, all of this chatter about time of possession. Who cares? Rip off 80 like that.
I mean, but that's the reason you stay with the running game.
Yes, sir. Look at this place. I say this in earnest, sir, who has been in this building for so much Vanderbilt football. Can you soak in what you're watching with this crowd?
You know, it's wonderful. It's the old, if you build it, they will come. I mean, they have come to see this team, and this team is performing. Who would have thought lightning in a bottle right there with an 80-yard run? Who would have thought Vanderbilt would have a running back that could outrun all the defensive backs on the other team?
Just toasted Catalan. was the last man to beat, who tried to clip him at the 5, and MK stumbled in for one of the biggest plays today, perhaps of the season. Kickoff for Brock Taylor. Vanderbilt 10-3. 3:51 to go, third quarter. Kickoff by Brock. This one is spinning toward the near sideline. It goes through the end zone, touchback. And once again, I don't mean to belabor this, but Missouri is trying to make a comeback, and they've got to turn it over to a freshman quarterback. And it's not the end all, it's not the be all, but if you're Vanderbilt, you can A, light him up, and B, focus on Hardy.
Well, if you ever want to see complimentary football, that's what that is. Your defense
what Vanderbilt just did.
Majestic stop right there, and then Vanderbilt comes out with their one run, one play, 80 yards, with a guy who can just fly.
Again, Bo Prabula got hurt on a goal line stand for Vanderbilt. It's up to Matt Zollers and the running back Hardy. A sophomore transfer from ULM. Leads the conference in rushing yards. There's the snap. It's a handoff for Hardy, and they swallow him. Steve Gregory, the defensive coordinator, can say, I know what's coming, and I dare you to beat our defense. They just crushed it. Martown Height and Miles Capers, second down and 12.
Yeah, lost 2.5 yards right there. That's playing the stretch play right there.
What a dream for Steve Gregory. Not to say that it's going to work out perfectly, but you feel like you're playing a card game and the opponent has turned over one of their cards.
Probably not a good analogy this week with the NBA thing.
My bad. I'll work on a better one. There's a snap. It's a handoff. It's a stretch play. Look out. Here comes Hardy. Undercut inside. I should say at about the 40-yard line. Goodness gracious. I've got my tail between my legs after that particular analogy that I thought was just fine. Under 3 minutes to go. Here in this third quarter, big run. It's going to be up to Hardy. There's no doubt. If he can hit the stretch play, Mizzou's in this football game. If he can't, good spot for Vandy. At the 40-yard line, snap and a handoff. Again, it's Hardy, stumbles, keeps his feet, and taken down at the 42-yard line. Picks up 2 yards on the play, tackled by C.J. Hurd.
Miles Capers getting mixed up down there with one of the offensive linemen, and he needs to just get back in the huddle.
The emotions of this game, which were tilted toward Missouri in that first half, have switched to Vanderbilt, but Mizzou's driving. They've got the football at the minus 42. 2:10 to go, third quarter here from First Bank Stadium. Vanderbilt by a touchdown. Zollers in the shotgun, drops back. He looks toward the left. They throw that way. It's incomplete. The feet got tangled, and a flag has been thrown on C.J. Hurd. I think C.J. knew it. Kind of kept his face down toward the turf, although he comes up with the palms to the sky.
He broke on the ball great right there. It's in great position, but he went through the player, and you're going to get that call every time.
Pass interference, defense number 8. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
All right, so the big play so far is a 17-yard run by Hardy on this drive, but Vanderbilt does pick up its 6th penalty for 65 yards. It's 64 yards today for Hardy, so he does top his total of the previous 2 games versus Auburn and Alabama. First down. Ball's at the minus 49. There's the snap. Play action for Zollers. He drops back. Saywood steps up, tries to get in his face. Quick throw toward the left. It is caught and then forced out of bounds. Langston Patterson. Jude James makes the catch. His 3rd catch of the season. It's a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, James just on a drag route. You act like you're going to block as a tight end, and then you just slip out and drag across the middle and picked up 9 yards. No real pressure on the quarterback until late in the play.
I do feel like, at least in passing situations, the offensive line for Missouri has played well here today. 2nd down and 1 for Zollers. There's the snap. It's the stretch play. Handoff. This goes for Hardy. He's hit at the 40. Breaks a tackle. Angling rights. It's a first down pickup. Ball is down to the 37-yard line. Vanderbilt by a touchdown. Linus Sunk makes the stop. Time of possession 24 minutes to 17 in favor of Mizzou. You worry a little bit about fatigue for Vanderbilt's defense.
And Zunk came out holding looks like his wrist.
Hardy's the running back. First down and 10 from the plus 37-yard line for Mizzou. As Soldiers looks toward the sideline, gets the adjustments, gets the play from Kirby Moore, the offensive coordinator. There's the snap. It's a handoff for Hardy. Stretch play left. Vanderbilt is there. They smother it. It picks up 2. So second down and 8 to the 35-yard line. Tackle is made by Mason Nelson, the graduate student from Michigan.
Yeah, Hardy's one good run on that stretch play on this drive really happened when he almost cut back totally against the grain and made a big gain.
Second down and 8, 17 seconds to go, third quarter. Vanderbilt leads by a touchdown, 10-3. Pistol formation, 2x2 for Zolders. Vanderbilt does show some blitz with Longwell. They back it off some. Hardy's in motion. There's the snap. Vanderbilt will rush. Quick throw toward the right. It is caught. Goodness. Tackle is made by Dante Carter. Caught at the 30-yard line. Once again, it's Jude James.
They're marking the 29.
Goodness. I don't like that particular spot, but what are you going to do? Third down brings us to the end of the third quarter. Vanderbilt by 7. We'll step aside, come back in just a couple of seconds after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Mr. Commodore, better known as Mr. C by the black and gold. He commands the campus, leads the charge down the Star Walk, and motivates the Commodores to anchor down. Ford also has a fan favorite, Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores at your Tennessee Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
I'm on Dead Man's Bend at midnight when my gas light pops on. I see a gas station ahead. Just my luck. Or is it? I walk in, the attendant lifts a bony finger towards me and croaks, "You want a Halloween jumbo bucks?" I whisper it terrified, "No." And as I leave, he asks the lady behind me. She says, "Okay." And then, "She wants $75,000.
Scare up some cash with the Halloween Jumbo Bucks instant game. Only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing, head-raising fun. Please play responsibly.
Where can you find the city's hottest spots under one roof? At the Omni Nashville Hotel. This stunning 800-room hotel offers the perfect blend of southern charm and urban sophistication in the heart of downtown. Discover a variety of culinary delights with fine dining at Bob's Steak and Chop House. Authentic southern flavor at Kitchen Notes. Nashville's newest lobby bar, The Pick. Barline's Honky Tonk, and of course, Music City's favorite cup of joe, Bongo Java. Get ready, Bandy fans. This is like nothing you've ever experienced before.
This is men's basketball coach Mark Byington, and this is Vanderbilt football. Go Doors.
Welcome back. Vanderbilt with the advantage, 10-3. Big third down coming up here for Mizzou. Let's head down to the sideline. Let's check in with Kev.
Man, what an atmosphere down here on the field. You guys touched on it after that big touchdown run by M.K. Young. I mean, this place was rocking. I felt just a cheer and a surge of energy from this place that I haven't felt in a long time. And, you know, maybe going back to the Alabama game, but, you know, this crowd here has been fantastic all day pulling for the Commodores. But big spot here. Got one more quarter of football to play. We've seen this defense with that bend but don't break attitude that we've seen throughout the season. Another big spot here with a 3rd and 2 coming out of the quarter break.
Yeah, Kevin, thank you so much as we get set to go with the start of the fourth quarter. 1 for 10 on third downs. But on fourth downs here for Missouri, they're 2 for 3 as well, and we're kind of close to that point where they might go for it on fourth down as well. Ball's at the plus 29, so
I think
watch out for that.
I think with the missed field goal earlier, it's pretty much guaranteed. It's going to have to be an extra point type situation or a game-winning. The game's on the line for them to kick again from any distance.
3rd down and 2, start of the fourth quarter. Vanderbilt leads by a touchdown. Well, Clark has called this place the Concrete Jungle. First Bank Stadium. Welcome to the jungle. This place has been wonderful here today. Missouri's football. Late substitution for Vanderbilt as Bryce Cowan scrambles onto the field. Quick snap, it's a handoff for Hardy. He's got a first down. Oh, and he breaks a couple of tackles, leans his shoulder on the players down to the 15-yard line. Oh, my word. Ahmed Hardy. A quick snap, they give it to him, and it's quite the run. Pick up of 15 yards. Tackle is made by Cowan.
Yeah, there's that unique combination of strength, power, and just toughness that Hardy has.
I'll give Missouri credit. This is an incredible response offensively. They have not capped it off just yet. Vanderbilt tries to get big once again inside the red zone. Ball's at the +14, driving left. Man's in motion. There's a snap. It's a give for Hardy. Cutback hit. Spins down at the 10-yard line. Picks up 4. He's one of those running backs, Norm, as C.J. Hurd makes the tackle. It feels like you got to him, but he still picked up 4.
Yeah, and the thing about somebody like that is, and we've talked about it a lot during the course of the year, you got a big, tough running back. You keep throwing him in there because linebackers that are about the same size get tired of seeing him.
86 yards on the ground from Med Hardy. Late substitution. 5 games this season with 100 yards rushing for Hardy. He's on the cusp of that as well. On second down from the 10, it's a play action. Soldiers drops back. He's going to lob toward the end zone. It is incomplete. Bobbled at the last second by Colby Taylor. Oh, watch out, Colby. Goodness, he dropped the football right at the number. He kind of turned and faked like he was going to give it to him. Yikes.
You make a big play, you get back out, you make another big play.
Just in this moment, this game. Here we go. 3rd down and 6 to go. You might get them off the field here. You might. With a 3rd down stop. Play clock is at 14 as First Bank is jumping. Top 15 matchup for just the second time in program history. Ball's at the 10-yard line. They need the 4. Running back is Hardy. 3 wide receivers toward the left. It's a quick throw near sideline looking for Johnson. He's got it. Tries to break a tackle. Are they going to stuff him? Yep, they're going to stuff him at the 6-yard line. So 4th down and 2. What's the decision for Eli Drinkwitz? That feels like a call you make when you've got him at Hardy on 4th down and short.
I think it's 1.5 more like it. He's going to go for it.
Eli Drinkwitz backed into a corner with a freshman kicker, a freshman quarterback, but a star as his running back and Ahmed Hardy. 4th down and shorts. 2 for 3 on 4th downs here today. Running back is Hardy. Ball's at the 6. They need the 4. Pistol formation driving toward the left. Man's in motion. There's the snap. It's a play action. Soldier drops back. He's got nothing. He throws end zone. Oh, caught. Jude James.
It's been his series, hasn't it?
Touchdown, Missouri. Let's take a second look, make sure he held on to this football. It was bobbling as he was going down. Got to maintain possession of the football through the catch for Jude James, but he's got the catch. Touchdown for Missouri, tied up after the extra point, one would presume. Here for Roberts, 10-9. Boy, quite the gut check for Mizzou. Tip your cap. Hopefully Vanderbilt can get this straightened out. But there's the snap. The kick is up, almost blocked by Martell Heights, but it's good for Roberts. I should say Robert Meyer makes the extra point. Hart almost blocked it. Time out of the field. We're tied up at 10. This game has had a slice of everything. Back in just a couple of seconds. 12:49 to go, fourth quarter. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
At First Bank, we've always been Vandy fans. And as the official bank of Vanderbilt Athletics, we're also teammates helping cheer on the Doors together. We're proud to add Commodore Pride to your wallet with our official Vanderbilt debit cards. Anchor down when you pay with Vanderbilt debit cards from First Bank. When two historic Tennessee teams join together, you get even more ways to bank on the Doors. Bank local, get more. First Bank, member FDIC.
Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Feeling great starts with a great shave. And a great shave starts with Barbasol's thick and rich moisturizing lather. Start your day off right with Barbasol.
Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for those who choose to live louder. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor. Made with 100% Blue Weber agave. Aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste. Ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo. Live louder. Please enjoy responsibly. 2025 imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila 40% alcohol by volume.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Well, Shelter Insurance puts shelter on your team for your insurance needs. Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com for a free personal protection review. Shelter Insurance, your shield, your shelter. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. No one forgets, the Tennessee Education Lottery is proud to have raised nearly $8 billion to support education programs in our state. Today's Hope Scholar Athlete of the Game is Brock Taylor from the Vanderbilt's football team. We're tied up at 10 after a 12-play, 75-yard drive, 6 minutes, 2 seconds off the clock. Time of possession heavily in favor of Missouri here today, 30-11 to 17. Of course, Vanderbilt's touchdown drive was 13 seconds, an 80-yard run by M.K. Young. And Missouri's one touchdown drive goes for 6:02, so it feels like a moment. Number one, first and foremost, score points, but second, you need to give your defense a blow because you still have, despite the injured quarterback Prabula, an outrageously physical running back in Ahmed Hardy.
Yeah, that's what Vanderbilt's got to do. I mean, this is an older team. This is a team that knows when you've got to answer, and right here's where you got to answer.
Of course, Vanderbilt is ranked number 10 in the country for the first time since 1947. There's the kickoff. It's through the end zone. Vanderbilt takes over at the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has been ranked inside the top 25 for 6 straight weeks. Regardless of the outcome, they will stay there, but a huge opportunity to stay on the inside track for the college football playoff with 12:50 to go in today's ball game. Here comes Diego Pavia. He's been fine here today, but looking for that magic moment from number 2. Running back is Cedric Alexander. Out wide toward the left is Junior Sherrill, matched up with Pride. From the 25-yard line on first down, tied up at 10. There's a snap. It's a handoff. Cedric Alexander breaks a couple of tackles. He's dropped at the 29-yard line. That looked like that had some space, but the defensive line at Rodriguez got there just to trip him up. Second down and 6.
Yeah, you tempted right here to say, well, could MK Young have broken that one or whatever, but you've got a reliable guy in there. Get the ball to him. Again, 4 yards on first down. You'll take that.
For Cedric Alexander, 22 yards here today on 7 carries. Second down and 6. We're tied up at 10. Early part of the fourth quarter, Stowers in motion back toward the left. In the pistol for Pavia. There's the snap. It's a handoff toward the left here for Seti. Picks up a couple of yards to the 32-yard line. I think the biggest third down of the ball game upcoming here for Vanderbilt. Third down, they backed him up to the 31, so third down and 4.
Seeing that a lot today. But you've got what you want if you're Vanderbilt's offense. You'd rather have 3rd and 1 or 2, but you've got about anything in your playbook right here that you can run. You can run the option. You can run the short pass game. You take a shot. You never know what Tim Beck's going to call up.
He's been a wizard for sure. 9 for 16 for Pavia. 119 here today. No touchdowns on the ground or through the air for number 2. 2-by-2. Running back is Cedric Alexander. Hoskins in motion on 3rd and 4. There's the drop up. There's some pressure. Pavia steps up. There's a spy. Steps up through middle. It is deflected off the fingertips of Sherrill, and it's 4th down. That is... Oh, no. That can't happen if you're number 0. Good coverage by Marvin Burks. I'm not sure if Burks kind of disrupted that catch. I also thought Pavia had the first down if he just ran for it.
No, they had a spy on him.
Okay. And that throw was a little bit behind Sherrill, but I think everybody's going to want that playback.
Yeah, he had enough time to throttle down right there. That didn't need to be behind him. You just check yourself, slow down a little bit.
Here's the punt for Haberer. Keeps this one away from Coleman near sideline. It goes out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt goes 3 and outs at the worst possible time. Time out on the fields. It goes down as a 46-yard punt. 11-11 to go. We're tied up at 10. It's a top 15 matchup that is a toss-up. Early parts of the fourth quarter. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
Martin and Zerfoss believes that insurance is the foundation upon which businesses and families build their futures. For over 45 years, our locally owned agency has worked with companies and individuals to build coverage that helps lower their risks. For all personal, commercial, risk management, and group benefits, call Martin and Zerfoss at 615-297-8500 or visit mzinsurance.com. Insuring Vandy fans since 1978.
Never settle, unless it's into the electrifying BMW i4. Blend the lines of cutting-edge and classic with groundbreaking technology at your fingertips. Experience M-engineered precision while you twist around every turn. After all, electric doesn't have to be static. If you thought EVs couldn't live up to your expectations, then you've never experienced the ultimate electric driving machine. The 100% electric 2025 BMW i4.
Take advantage of exceptional offers today.
Hey, this is Nate Bargatze, and you're listening to Commodore Football on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield. Go Doors!
Welcome back. Nate did a fantastic job on College Game Day. White Claw grabbed life by the claw. Tied up at 10. Let's head down to Kev.
Fantastic on College Game Day. He did a little bit of everything while he was on there making his picks. Well, another big spot for Vanderbilt's defense. Man, this game just has so much, feels like riding on it, so much tension. I don't know what it is about Vanderbilt and Missouri. We've seen these two teams play some really tight games over the last few years. You think overtime last year in Columbia, and a few years back, the other matchup in Columbia that was close. So, hey, can Vanderbilt's defense get a stop, get off the field? Hardy, the running back for Missouri, just makes things so tough on your defense with his ability to get tough yards. He's about the best in the country when it comes to yards after contact. He can, take a hit and keep on going. And boy, the freshman quarterback from Mizzou has done a great job too. So, man, let's get this defense going, get off the field, and get the ball back in the hands of Diego Pavia. Still plenty of time to go here.
Kev, thank you so much. We are tied up at 10. It's the freshman quarterback. Zollers takes over for the injured Prabula. And they just took it on their last drive for a touchdown. Running back is Hardy. Mizzou's got the football. They have won the time of possession battle so far. There's the snap. It's a turn again for Hardy up the middle. Vanderbilt is ready. They push him back at the 26-yard line. He picks up 2. So 2nd down and 8 here for Missouri. Tackle is made by Randon Fontanet. But just to underscore it, Norm, 30 minutes to 18 minutes time of possession. The defense needs a quick off to get some rest with 10:50 to go, fourth quarter.
I mean, they really do. And not just that, they need a quick out so they can get the ball back in the hands of the offense and get back on offense and try to be in a position to score.
That's right. On 2nd down and 8. Running back is still Hardy. There's the snap. It's a give for Hardy. Goes toward the left. Breaks a couple of tackles and leans in to the 31-yard line. Tackle is made by C.J. Hurd and Longwell. So 3rd down and 4 to go. They have shown a willingness to throw with Zollers, who's 8 for 11, 52 yards, and a touchdown here today. Does Steve Gregory decide to light him up?
That was just pure effort on Hardy's part right there. I mean, just good effort. Got 3 more yards than really should have gotten.
Under center here for Zollers with Hardy. There's the snap. It's a play action. Soldiers rolls toward the right. He's going to talk at the 30. He's going to get the first down. He's got enough wheels to move the sticks with his legs. You know, I said when the injury happens, sometimes be careful what you wish for, because I've seen backup quarterbacks come in and just have the day of their life. You know, he's a freshman, quote unquote, but that allows him to play with some blissful ignorance.
I believe he's going to get some more playing time from watching Prabula go off the field.
8 for 11, 52 yards, picks up a first down with his legs. The Tigers are now 2 for 13 on third downs here today. And the pistol, ball is at the minus 37 snap. It's a give. This is Roberts, goes right. Tackle is made by Martel Height, picks up a yards. Clock is at 9:04 to go. Second down and 9.
Yeah, we talked about it back in the second quarter. You know, I think Roberts has got just that little extra speed, but he doesn't have that toughness and that extra power.
Running back, it's Roberts once again. 3 wide receivers near sideline toward the left. Second down and 9 from the minus 38-yard line. Tied up at 10. Man's in motion. There's the snap. It's a play action. Rolls toward the right. They throw it. It is caught. Undercut. It's Marlon Sewell makes the tackle at the 45. Once again, this one is Jordan Harris. They've used the other tight ends here today. It's third down and shorts. They marked him at the 41, so third down and 1.
Yeah, that's what Missouri's been really good at these last few drives, is putting yourself in third and short.
Vanderbilt is trying to sub. The official is holding while Vanderbilt gets the players on the fields. Here we go. On third down and 1, there's the snap. It's a give up the middle for Roberts. It's a first down. Move the sticks. This is close to the 50. I will say this, as Langston Patterson tries to get frustrated, one of the things that's been odd here today, the past couple of games, Vanderbilt's defense has not forced a turnover. You have to go back to the interception of Simpson by Heights for the last turnover that the defense has forced.
And right there, you had 3 defensive linemen that came into the game, and they didn't know what the call was.
Yeah.
And they weren't really ready when the ball was snapped.
7:37 to go. Have to keep Mizzou out of the end zone. Zolders in the pistol. Running back is Roberts. 1 wide receiver, far sideline toward the right. There's the snap. It looked awkward. Free runner at Zolders. They're going to get there. He throws this one out of bounds.
That's nobody around that ball.
And Vanderbilt has a player that's shaken up a little bit. I think he was outside the tackle box, Norm. I'm with you. Certainly nobody was there. That is Corday Sidnor hobbling, and that's, from a defensive standpoint, that's no bueno. I think this will be a timeout on the field as well. And certainly in pain here for Corday. So close to the sack. He threw it away. Second down and 10 is upcoming. Timeout on the field. 7:06 to go. Tied up at 10. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
The Donut Den is proud to serve fresh baked items in and around Nashville. Start your day with sunshine by visiting their location on Hillsborough Pike and enjoy some of their delicious items like donuts, pastries, muffins, croissant donuts, fritters, fresh brewed coffee, and more. All items are baked fresh daily on site. To start your day off with sunshine, make sure to visit the Donut Den at 3900 Hillsborough Pike or call 385-1021. That's 385-1021. The Donut Den, proud to serve Nashville.
Hey, Commodore fans, the Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt is your headquarters for week-long entertainment. Stop by the Commodore Grill and enjoy live music from some of Nashville's best songwriters from 6 to 10 p.m., 7 nights a week. Grab a cup of Bongo Java from our coffee bar Brew to start your morning. Brew is in the main lobby. The Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt, just walking distance from the stadium. The game starts here.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
The
This is Shay Ralph, head coach of Vanderbilt women's basketball, and you're listening to Commodores football on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Well, looking to escape the office, host your annual meeting, showcase, or awards presentation at the Vanderbilt Student Life Center. Learn more at vanderbilt.edu/conferences. Plus, let Martin and Zerfos create a comprehensive insurance plan for you, your family, and even your business at competitive prices. Martin and Zerfos, the no problem people. This is becoming a massive time moment, game management moment here for Vanderbilt. 7:06 to go, 7:11. Second down and 10, but you're starting to get into the point where if they score points, the game is really shrunk down on your offense.
Yeah, but this Missouri offense is set up for that. They're set up because they've got danger on the outside. They've got a good tight end. They've got a good running game. So that's what they're built for. Just like Vanderbilt's offense, it's just, it feels like Missouri's offense has had a better day.
I'd agree. Time of possession says so as well. 30-11 for Mizzou, 18-38 for Vanderbilt. The Doors touchdown, an 80-yard touchdown run by M.K. Young. A pistol formation here for Zollers. Sends a man in motion. There's a snap. It's a handoff, and Vanderbilt is going to get him at
Vanderbilt's got the football. Vanderbilt's got the football.
At the 45-yard line. The Doors say they have it. It's Vanderbilt football. They just took it away from them. They said, give it to me. Give it to me. It's my ball. C.J. Hurd. At the mesh point, he just said, give it to me, Roberts.
Got there at the same time as the handoff was occurring and grabbed the football.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Vanderbilt.
That is the first turnover for Vanderbilt since the Martell Height interception versus Ty Simpson.
All right. I like the way you did that. That was kind of a little magical. You talked about no turnovers. We get a turnover. I like that.
Well, so far, Diego Pavia, no touchdowns here today. It's 25 consecutive games for Diego Pavia with a touchdown, Norm. None today. You know what I'm saying?
At this point, anybody with one for Vanderbilt.
We're tied up at 10. Attention fills. Afternoon turned early evening. On first down, Pavia drops back at the 50. With a pocket, steps up, he lobs near sideline, and this one is incomplete. Intended target, Caleb Barnett. He was matched up hip to hip. No chance on that play. Kind of just threw that one out of bounds.
You had Rodriguez on the coverage right there covering, and both receiver and defensive back were out of bounds. If you're a receiver and you get pushed out of bounds by the defensive back or the linebacker or whoever, then you can come back in. But if you just run out of bounds, you cannot.
Under 7 minutes to go. Diego Pavia in the shotgun with Cedric Alexander. Barnett's in motion back toward the left. On second down and 10 from the plus 44. There's the snap. Pavia drops back. The pocket starts to collapse. He steps up. He throws. He is hit. A flag has been thrown in the backfield. It is incomplete at the 5-yard line looking for Barnett.
He had Barnett's arm. He was grabbed his arm as he was going for the pass.
It's got to be roughing the passer.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 11. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
We've been looking for one of those here today. Pavia has been popped a couple of times, and Vanderbilt gets a big one. And look, game management, super important, but you are officially in Brock Taylor field goal range now with 6:49 to go. I want 7, but I'm being mindful of the time of possession. I'm being mindful of the field position at the plus 29.
You seem to be getting your wishes, Andrew, so just keep on wishing.
For a touchdown. Junior Sherrill near sideline toward the right, matched up with Hall. On first down and 10 from the plus 29. Pavia's in the shotgun with Seti. There's the snap, a turn, a play action, a pump fake. Pavia starts to roll, nothing there. Toxie runs, lowers the shoulder, gets hit hard. That was a busted play for Vanderbilt that does pick up 2 yards, so second down and 8. Ball's at the plus 27, looking for Stowers, I think.
Really didn't have an opportunity to make a pass on that. Just did the smart thing, pull the ball down, run, get what you can get. It's kind of like you tell a quarterback, if you feel like you're getting sacked, always move yourself forward. Instead of taking a 9-yard loss, take a 4-yard loss.
Diego Pavia here today, 14 yards on the ground. 119 through the air. Still looking for his first touchdown today. Running back is M.K. Young. 3 wide receivers out toward the left. In the shotgun for Pavia on second down. It's a handoff for M.K. Vaults over a player and tumbles down on his head. Hope he's okay. Pops up just fine. And a third down here for Vanderbilt. Clock at 5:50 to go.
Right, if you're going to throw it right here, you're going to throw somewhere where you don't risk the interception. You're in field goal territory. You may just run the ball and center it.
5:33 to go. Ball's at the plus 27. Vanderbilt needs the 19. Shotgun for Pavia. Eli Stowers, slot toward the right, matched up with Carnell. One of the safeties. There's the snap, the drop back for Pavia. They look at Stowers. It is caught inside the 20. It's a first down. Eli Stowers, he hits the slant. He moves the sticks. Who else? Pavia to Stowers in a must-have magical moment.
And the clock keeps running.
And Vanderbilt can take its time, too. Of course, Missouri does have 2 timeouts. Vanderbilt has all 3. We're tied up at 10. 1 touchdown for Vanderbilt so far came from Kylan Young. And the pistol for Pavia. Man's in motion, that's Barnett. On first down inside the red zone. Orbit motion back toward the left. It's a snap, it's an option. Barnett near sideline at the 20, at the 10, looking for space. He's down inside the 5, move the sticks. First down, Vanderbilt. Back and forth, they talk. Back and forth, they talk. It's M.K. Young talking with Hall.
Get in the huddle, guys.
Looks like a flag has been thrown.
Holding. Offense number 53. 10-yard penalty. First down. Please reset the game clock to 4:28. 4:28.
All right, so 2 penalties on this drive. A roughing the passer on Mizzou, a holding on Vanderbilt. Clock is at 4:28, tied up at 10 in a top 15 matchup. This is the first one of those for Vanderbilt since 1937. Number 12, Vanderbilt. Number 4, Alabama. Last time Vanderbilt was a top 10 team was 1947, a win versus Ole Miss. Junior Sherrill, near sideline toward the right, Stowers off toward the left. It's first down. Baldo's back at the plus 27. Drop back for Pavia. Some pressure. Steps up. He throws near sideline. Looking for Sherrill.
He got his hands on. Yes. Finally got the call.
So Junior Sherrill matched up with Stephen Hall, a transfer from Washington State. And Vanderbilt looks to be positioned on the 3rd penalty of this critical drive.
Pass interference. Defense number 0. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
At stake here today. Nothing is final, but an inside track to the college football playoff between a pair of teams that are both 6-1.
Really one of the easier calls right there. When you got 2 hands on the receiver's jersey, you're not going to get away with that one very often.
Vanderbilt can still get another first down. 4:09 to go inside the red zone. Running back is M.K. Young. Ball's at the 12. 2 wide receivers out toward the left. Gabe Fisher's in motion. So is Cole Spence. And the pistol for Pavia. Fisher goes back toward the left. There's the snap. It's a turn. It's a give for MK. Lowers the shoulder. Picks his spots. Bowls his way inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. As the clock continues to move. And at what point does Missouri think about their timeouts? Under 4 to go. Tied up at 10.
I think they're going to want to get a little bit more down on the clock right here. You know, they want to know what they're dealing with. You can do timeouts when you're on offense just by throwing the ball out of bounds, clocking the ball, whatever you want to do. But on defense, you got to make sure that you give your offense enough time right here. But, I mean, you got to trust this Missouri defense. They're good.
Vanderbilt needs that touchdown. In the pistol for the Doors at the 9-yard line. Inside the red zone for Pavia. There's the snap. It's a handoff for Seti. Up the middle. Moves the pile close toward the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. And it's third down. Again, Vanderbilt can still get a first down as the clock moves. Inside 3:10 to go. Tackle is made by Trotter, one of the best defensive players And another massive third down here for Vanderbilt. They converted one to Stowers on this drive.
Yeah,
3rd and 4.
Watching Missouri from earlier games this year, that defensive front is really good about not giving up much yardage in terms of they don't get pushed back very often. So if you're just going straight up the middle, you better bring your lunch pail because it's going to be a lot of work.
Junior Sherrill slot toward the left. Cole Spence on the line toward the right. And Vanderbilt will call a timeout by Diego Pape with 2:37 to go.
Timeout, Vanderbilt. The first of the half. 30-second timeout.
How you feeling, Nor?
Nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, goodness.
How do you think Diego Pape is feeling?
Oh, he's cool as a cucumber. No question about that.
Got to get the win. A couple of big moments here for Vanderbilt. Of course, an 80-yard touchdown run by M.K. Young. A missed field goal by Meyer. And the backup quarterback, Zolder, has been wonderful for the Tigers. A freshman takes over for Perbuto, took them on a touchdown drive after Vanderbilt made it 10-3. An absolutely weighted play for the Doors and a chance for Diego Pavia to find another one of those Heisman moments.
Missouri's gone big.
Gabe Fisher is in the game. Had a touchdown catch against Mizzou a season ago. Running back is Cedric Alexander. Look at Junior Sherrill outside the numbers toward the near sideline. On 3rd down and 4, Vanderbilt can get a first down. Ball's at the 6. In the shotgun now for Pavia. There's the snap. Pavia is going to run it toward the right. He finds space. Diego Pavia down to the 1-yard line. It's a first down here for Vanderbilt. Diego Pavia. He follows Gabe Fisher for a first down.
Run behind Gabe Fisher all day long. I mean, that guy is a road grader. He will clear things out. Going to go down to the 2-minute timeout.
Again, Missouri has held on to their 2 timeouts. Vanderbilt is not in a rush here. Well, let's see. It does look like Missouri did take a timeout. Yeah. Now the clock starts to move. It stops. I'm confused. The game clock on the scoreboard stopped at 2:13. Now it's moving at 2:04. I guess it's 6 1/2 dozen if we're going to take this down to 2 minutes, which we do.
2-minute timeout.
So ultimately, that scoreboard pause is inconsequential. Vanderbilt football go from the 1 in a 10-10 game with college football playoff implications. What a night in the Music City. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Commodore fans, this is head coach Clark Lee, and I want you to anchor down at Central Bar and Kitchen inside the Nashville Marriott this season. Located directly behind the stadium, it's the closest restaurant and outside bar to Vanderbilt Stadium, making it the perfect spot to enjoy a pregame meal or wind down with Commodore Nation after each game. Central Bar and Kitchen features craveable foods and cocktails with guests giving it strong 5-star ratings on TripAdvisor. Check them out at centralbarandkitchen.com or on Instagram at Central Nashville. We'll see you there.
Junior.
Yep.
Lady.
Yeah, they have it.
Gigantic.
You know it.
What about mega?
Yep, they've got that one too. When it comes to Jumbo Bucks, winning is the name of the game. In fact, Tennessee lottery players win an average of $2.3 million a day on Jumbo Bucks games alone. So find your jumbo-sized fun today. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Jumbo?
Oh yeah, they even have that one.
Mr. Commodore, better known as Mr. C by the black and gold. He commands the campus, leads the charge down the Star Walk, and motivates the Commodores to anchor down. Ford also has a fan favorite, Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores at your Tennessee Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Hey, this is Theo Vaughn, and you're listening to Vanderbilt Football on the Vanderbilt Sports Network.
Hope you're having fun We're tied up at 10. 2 minutes to go. Fourth quarter college football playoff implications on the line. In the next 2 minutes, Andrew Adderbilt here in the booth alongside Norm Jordan, Kevin Ingram down on the sideline. Thank you for making us a part of your Vanderbilt game day, and it's been a special one. Alongside our fantastic crew, Todd Berry, Chase Solins, Jake Lyman, Ladarius Robinson, Jenna Weintraub back inside our network studios. Norm, talk us through the situation. Tied up at 10. 2 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Missouri's got 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, you got first down. You're inside the 1 yard line. You have to believe Vanderbilt's going to try to run the ball. If they don't get it, look for a timeout from Missouri that they need to preserve as much clock because they're not willing to concede a touchdown, certainly, but chances are, knock on wood, we can get the ball in the end zone. They want to have as much time left to come down and try to score themselves.
And don't forget, this whole drive started on the first takeaway of the ball game by Vanderbilt. C.J. Hurd quite literally took it from Roberts at the mesh point on a stretch play. Here we go. I wouldn't be blown away. Tied up at 10 if Missouri does concede the touchdown. I don't think so. But I wouldn't be blown away.
If you go back to the Auburn game, I mean, they had a stand right there that really changed the whole tone of the game.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Goal to go from the 1. Driving toward the south end zone. Tied up at 10. 2 minutes to go. Extra blocking for Cedric Alexander with Gabe Fisher. Pavia's under center on first down. There's the snap. It's a turn. It's a give for Cedric Alexander. He is bottled up. He is down at the 1 yard line. Missouri says they've got the football. I think the officials have stopped the play. Missouri comes out of the football.
He's going to be really out of breath.
He's going to run this all the way back. This is Webb. The nose tackle. What's the call?
They blew the whistle.
I thought they stopped this play at the 1. I would like an announcement from Marlowe. Said he's got to get 2 hands on that football. I'll tell you what. It's ripped out after he's down, guys. Okay, so we just saw our first look here in the booth. Seti is down with his backside on the turf, and then Webb rips it out. I also thought his forward momentum had been stopped as well, so it feels like on 2 folds, this should be Vanderbilt at the 1 yard line, but quite the conversation.
Rolling on the field is a fumble recovered by
No, you're kidding me. What in the world?
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what's happening. Remember that time that Vanderbilt wanted them to continue the play and they didn't continue the play? Well, guess what? All of the arguing that Clark did.
How did they not look at this?
Get them to continue the play. They have to look at this. I still think he's down, guys.
Clark's got a challenge if they want to look at it. There they go. They're going to look at it.
But isn't that what just happened, guys? Right? Like Clark was insistent back on that play where it felt like Vanderbilt wanted the
He's on the ground.
I know. But this is what's happening in the moment, right?
But how do you come out of the referee with the call that it's a fumble?
Because to an extent of what Clark argued a quarter ago.
Clark was arguing for Clark's side.
I know, but like Clark's impassioned plea said, continue the play. And now Clark is after Marlowe. He is all the way down, and then the rip from Webb happens. I still think the forward momentum was also stopped. I mean, like, he is all the way with his shoulders and his back on the turf, and then there's the rip. So this has to be overturned.
It has to be overturned. That's the thing.
It's got to be overturned.
Why did it have to be overturned? Why would they call that the fumble?
I still think it's because of Clark's impassioned plea to let things play out.
He's completely on the ground.
I mean, this is...
there's not even room for this.
This is wild. Again, we're talking about a fumble as called on the field by Cedric Alexander that gives the football back to Missouri. At the moment, the ball is spotted at the 3 yard line. Why is it also... I guess that's where they recovered the football, is what they're saying.
He lost about a half a yard. It should be on the 1 yard line.
So I guess they've got to figure out both where the football should be.
But I mean, this isn't even a. there's not a reason for this review.
It shouldn't take this long. I don't want to be wrong, because if I'm wrong, our heart is going to pour out on the table here. But needless to say, Clark hasn't been enthralled with Steve Marlowe and his crew here today. We're tied up at 10. 1:49 to go, fourth quarter. Let's get the call from Steve Marlowe that could decide the college football playoffs.
After further review, the ball carrier was down at
No
the
kidding.
1.5 yard line.
No kidding.
The review.
I mean, we kind of took the road less traveled for Clark.
Missouri will take a timeout to avoid a 10-second runoff.
Ooh, did I just hear 10-second runoff?
For 1 minute, 56 seconds, 1:56.
Now they've moved the ball back another half a yard.
Okay, so let's dust a few things up, guys. Timeout taken by Missouri to avoid the runoff. Thank you, Kev, down to the headsets. Vanderbilt's football. They're going to still be goal to go.
Thank you.
1:56 to go here. We're tied up at 10. Vanderbilt is looking for its second touchdown of the ball game to give them the lead late in a top 15 matchup versus Mizzou. You've got Tristan Brown, Junior Sherrill, near sideline toward the right. Diego Pavia waits for instructions from Steve Marlowe. The play clock will move on his signal as the Doors drive under the setting sun of the Music City with 1:56 to go in the fourth quarter. Running back is Cedric Alexander. Pistol formation here for Pavia. Goal to go. Ball's at the 1. Tied up at 10. Fourth quarter. There's the snap. It's a keeper for Diego Pavia. Runs toward the right.
There's Diego's
touchdown. Touchdown. Vanderbilt. Diego Pavia. A must-have moment. It's the magician. Diego Pavia saved that kid a seat in New York City.
Andrew, we owe it all to you. See, you've been bringing good luck here, so good job.
Diego Pavia, the touchdown rush. 1:52 to go. Doors 16. Missouri 10.
And who else would you want to have their hands on the ball but Diego Pavia?
Play action to Cedric Alexander. He follows the blocking. He leaps his way into the end zone. Doors 16 to 10. A critical, massive extra point for Brock Taylor. Out of the hold of Haberer. The snap, the hold, the kick is on its way for Brock, and it is good. Doors by a touchdown. The scoreboard reads, guys, that Missouri's got 2 timeouts, but it should be 1. 17 to 10. Hey, let's head down to the sideline. Well, we've got a sec. Let's check in with Kev. We're talking about the game up here. Tell us down there the scene.
Boy, what a great scene. And again, I talked earlier about what the crowd was like on that MK Young run. Another eruption with that touchdown scored by Diego Pavia. It was so important for Vanderbilt to get a touchdown, to get the 7 and not the 3. Now, a big play doesn't lose you the game like it could if you only get a field goal out of that. I really like the way Vanderbilt just kept the foot on the gas and kept pushing toward the end zone. Just grinded it down, used the clock. Under 2 minutes to play, you got a touchdown lead. Now can the defense make one more big stand?
And unless this ball goes way deep in the end zone, look for it to be returned. If it's 3 or 4 yards deep, look for a return.
Return man is Folks, a freshman from Maryland. Brock Taylor from the 35. Vanderbilt 17 to 10. At times, Brock Taylor has kicked a few out of bounds. This is a big spot for Brock. The 35-yard line, toe meets leather. This one is driven. This one is just absolutely clobbered. It's a touchback, and here comes the freshman Zolders. He'll be flanked by one of the best running backs in the country, Ahmed Hardy. Look at and listen to First Bank Stadium.
Brock almost put that ball in in the stands.
We've not hit the finish line, but for Clark Lee, when he said a Saturday night in Nashville, Tennessee starts at First Bank Stadium, this is the vision. Time to finish. 1:52 in a rockin' First Bank Stadium. Missouri football. Quarterback is Zolders. from the 25-yard line. Running back is Roberts. There's the snap on first down. The drop back for Roberts. He steps up. He's going to throw this one deep. It's hanging up there, and Vanderbilt is going to come up with it, but out of bounds at the 35. That's Sewell. Second down.
Yeah, defended exactly as you wanted. You had a safety with Sewell coming across the top. You had a cornerback that was running step for step. So that's exactly what you want. Nowhere for Johnson to go.
From the 25-yard line of Missouri, shotgun. Here for Zolders. Running back is still Roberts. On the drop back, Vanderbilt rushes forward. There's pressure. Zolders drops back. Now he takes off. He runs. A flag has been thrown. Two of them have been thrown. He slides down at the 30-yard line. We'll check the laundry. Back at the 21-yard line. He with 1:36 to go. Doors by a touchdown.
The way the pocket collapsed, you would think it's holding.
What a sequence to finish tonight's ball game. We'll hear from Steve Marlowe once again.
Personal foul, tripping, offense number 55. At the distance to the goal.
That's the center, Collison. That's the second tripping call of the night by the offensive line. 1:36 to go, 17-10. Vanderbilt with the advantage. They got a turnover,
40 seconds,
a strip by C.J. Hurd, a fumble recovered by C.J. Hurd. Diego Pavia, a 1-yard touchdown run. The Doors leads with a freshman quarterback in the shotgun. Matt Zolders here for Missouri.
You want to get some pressure on the quarterback right here.
It's still Roberts. There's the snap. There's some pressure on Zolders. He drops back. He chucks one down the field, out of bounds to the far side.
There's not a receiver anywhere near. That's a safety.
That looks dangerously close to a safety. Looks dangerously close to an intentional grounding, but they're not going to call it third down.
There's nobody within 10 yards of that ball.
Ball's at the 12. This is obviously fourth down territory.
Good call there, Andrew. The football acumen.
Periodically, Norm. Thank you. Ball's at the 12. Vanderbilt ready to pressure Zolders. They need the 35. Missouri with the football, driving left. Zolders in the shotgun, takes the snap. It's a rush of 4. Nick Rinaldi nearly gets pressure. He rolls near sideline. Rinaldi's getting after him. He's got to step up. Zolders at the 5-yard line. He throws down the field, and it's incomplete at the 30.
Get a pass interference
called is upcoming against Vanderbilt's after all of that.
I think that was Colby. Automatic first down.
1:23 to go. Let's actually get the call from Steve Marlowe here. I assume they're working on the spots, but we've got to get the official call to be sure.
Pass interference. Defense number 3. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
First down for Mizzou. Vanderbilt has nearly gotten to Zolders. And just that time for Colby Taylor jumps over the back of Josh Manning. So a spot foul, as you just heard from Steve Marlowe. That takes the football out to the 27-yard line. Vanderbilt 17-10. 1:23 to go. One timeout for Missouri. But it's all about the defense of Vanderbilt's black and gold. Martel Height jumping up and down near sideline, trying to direct traffic. From the minus 27-yard line, in the shotgun for Zolders. There's the snap. It's a rush of 3 here for Vanderbilt. Time for Zolders. He steps up. He's going to run at the 30. Runs toward the far sideline at the 35. There's Colby Taylor, drags him down. Eli Drinkwitz wants a horse collar tackle. Didn't get it. Clock at 1:12. It's second down. Pickup of about 5, maybe 6 for Zolders on the run. As Taylor makes the tackle far sideline. Vanderbilt just picked up a touchdown by Diego Pavia. 1:12 to go. A pair of 6-1 teams. Vanderbilt a late sub. Vanderbilt is trying to get guys off the field. Vanderbilt is hustling. I don't know that they're going to be able to do it. Clark Lee takes a timeout.
Good call.
Boy, I thought
Vanderbilt. Their second of the half, 30-second timeout.
You got a dead ball.
Yes.
You're about to get a 5-yard penalty. Exactly. Good call by Clark.
So Vanderbilt has one timeout left as well. Of course, this is all about the defense here for the Doors. I hate to bring up bad memories, but what a chance for Clark in this defense. I can think back to that South Carolina game back in 2021 in which they got a late touchdown. South Carolina went down the fields and got the win versus
with a backup quarterback.
With a backup quarterback. It's a different stake here tonight because of the college football playoffs, but you're looking at the same situation and a chance for, in a small sense, Clark and Steve Gregory to exercise some demons of late defense and trying to get a huge stop.
And Vanderbilt staying with a 2-deep coverage so far. They're keeping 2 safeties back, let them come across the top in case the corners get beat.
What is pumping through the brain and the head of Matt Zolders at the moment? What is the call for Steve Gregory? Ball's at the 33. On second down, the drop back for Zolders. Throws toward the right. It is caught. Tripped up at the 40. It's a first down. That stops the clock for now. Tackle is made by C.J. Hurd. Again, it goes to the 41. 1:06. There's a ton of time, guys. Clock starts to move. At the -41, there's the snap. Vanderbilt tries to get pressure. Zolders steps up. He is hit. He is dropped at the 41-yard line. That is a huge tackle. Say what? As Zolders tried to escape the pressure, he gets hit.
Final timeout.
And a timeout taken by Eli Drinkwitz.
Timeout, Missouri. Their third and final of the half, 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 59 seconds, 5-9.
Connor Tolleson, the center, came up wobbling.
Yeah, good catch there, Andrew. That's a bad man to lose right there.
I was going to say, if it's a different offensive lineman, perhaps there's a rotation, but your graduate students, your center, suboptimal. What do you expect defensively from Vanderbilt here again? 17-10, the Doors with the advantage late here in this ball game.
Well, I think you're going to see Vanderbilt continue to run the 2-deep coverage right there, but I think they also realize that they've got to get pressure, so look for at least one man blitzing.
Second down and 10 to go at the -41-yard line.
Please reset the game clock to 59 seconds. Thank you.
Okay, so game clock to 59 seconds. No timeouts left for Missouri. College football playoff implications XXL here today for Mizzou and the Doors. And the shotgun here for Zolders. Sends a man in motion. 2 wide receivers near sideline toward the left. Vanderbilt does show blitz. Roberts is the back in the shotgun. There's the snap. Vanderbilt will rush 4. Quick throw near sideline. It is broken up. Colby Taylor leaps up and gets in the face of Johnson. Good job by Colby Taylor.
Colby needs to get back in the huddle.
It is the backup center in the ball game as well, Tristan Wilson. My goodness, you've got a inexperienced center, a freshman quarterback, and in the wings is a freshman kicker, which is somewhat inconsequential with a touchdown ball game. On third down and 10 from the -41. Under a minute to go. The shotgun snap for Zolders. In the pocket, steps up. He'll throw near sideline, one-on-one. This one is overshot, incomplete. It is 4th down.
And a low snap from the center. That really threw all the timing off of the play. Zolders never really had a chance. Threw the ball out of bounds.
4th and ball game. No timeouts left for Mizzou. Ball is at the -41. They need the +49 with Zolders in the shotgun. Roberts, the running back. 2 wide receivers near sideline left. Watch out for Coleman slot to the left. Ultra dangerous. Play clock is down to 5. 4th and ball game. Zolders drops back with the pocket. He steps up. He starts to run. He throws down the field. This is, is it caught? It is caught by Mizzou. It's Coleman at the 45. First down.
Clock stops, moves the chains. Clock starts again.
Zolders in the shotgun from the +45. He drops back. Vanderbilt is in coverage. They throw short toward the right. This one is caught and scampers out of bounds. It's Roberts. 35 seconds to go. Vanderbilt had coverage on Coleman on 4th down, but they couldn't break it up. Connor Tolleson back in the ball game. That's the starting center. Ball's at the plus 44. Vanderbilt by a touchdown. 35 seconds to go. No timeouts for Mizzou. And a false start is going to be whistled against the Tigers.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's the right guard.
And that's not a big deal on yardage, but it's kind of saps your confidence.
It's a little pressure on the quarterback, too, to throw further downfield to convert these, at this point, 2nd down or 3rd down or whatever it happens to be. 35 seconds to go. Doors by a touchdown. There's the snap to Zolders. He drops back. It's a rush of 4. There's some pressure. They throw down the field. It is caught by Coleman at the 30-yard line. Oh, goodness, he has gotten loose.
Stop the clock. Move the chains.
Clock is at 30 seconds. Still no timeouts. Tackle is made by Bryce Coleman. Clock continues to move now for Mizzou as they wind it. Drop back. Vanderbilt shows pressure. It is picked up. Now they're going to get there. Oh, he tries to chuck it down the field, and this one is incomplete.
That's grounding.
It should be grounding as well. As Zolders had pressure from
two
Coots.
Vanderbilt players over here, the only players around it. There you go.
There's the flag. What a call.
Loss of first down. Loss of down, too.
Missouri has had opportunities late in ball games.
Offense number 5. The penalty is a loss of down to spot of the foul.
Of course, it was Prabula.
10-second runoff.
Ooh, that's huge.
Yes, it is.
10 seconds.
Prabula threw the interception versus Alabama. Now they turn it over to Zolders because of Prabula's injury here today. 10-second runoff. 10 seconds to go in today's ball game. 17-10 Vanderbilt inside Vandy territory. Running back is Roberts. Once again, find Coleman, slot to the right. They snap the football quickly. Zolders steps up. He throws near sideline. Incomplete, out of bounds. 6 seconds to go. That was a quick snap. 6 seconds left.
I guess the thinking is see if you've got a chance right there, but clocking the ball would have taken 1 second off versus 4 seconds off. You've got maybe 2 plays left right here.
Inside the 40, Vanderbilt sends their men deep. That's Hearn. That's Carter. That's Heights. They defend the goal line. Timeout taken by Clark Lee. 6 seconds left. That's his last one.
Timeout Vanderbilt.
And what happens, the middle of the field should be taken away because if you make a catch in the middle of the field, it's not a first down. The clock's going to run out.
Even if it's a first down, they're going to stop it. It's going to take you 4 seconds or so to get down the fields, and then you try to spike it. Maybe you spike it in time. Maybe at this point you're talking about end zone or bust for Mizzou with 6 seconds left.
That was Vanderbilt's third and final timeout of the second half.
I think you've got...
I don't know, Norm. If you try to throw this beyond the sticks and get it to stop.
No, but I think you try an out and get yourself down somewhere in the 25,
if you can get out of
30 yard. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'd rather be throwing that ball if I'm Zollers from the 25 rather than from where the ball is right now at the 37.
The top 15 matchup here for Vanderbilt at an electric First Bank Stadium. 6 seconds to go. Zolders in the shotgun. Vanderbilt sends 3 safeties deep on the drop back at the 45 here for Zolders. 3 seconds to go. He's going to chuck it toward the end zone to tie the ball game. Vanderbilt goes up, and this one is what's the call? It is incomplete. Ball game. Vandy wins it. Final score 17-10. The top 10 Vanderbilt Commodores take down Mizzou. What a day to be black and gold. We will get a review.
An incomplete pass. The previous play is under further review.
Ball is loose. The target was Coleman.
He's not in the end zone anyway.
It's not a touchdown no matter what, so the ball game's going to be over, guys. It was a Hail Mary. It came up 1 yard short of the end zone. It was Lackey, it was Carter going to knock it down. Coleman makes the catch almost. It slips through his fingertips. I don't think that football ever crosses the goal line. Dante Carter just mistimed his jump, got there a little bit too early to try to punch this loose from Coleman. It goes through his fingertips. That's Carter's. And then to Coleman's. I don't think that this football ever, even if they decide that it's a catch, crosses the goal line. It's 000 on the clock. Eli Drinkwitz and Clark Lee are at midfield. What a classic here tonight. That ball goes through his fingertips.
He doesn't have control.
He never has control. Like you said, Norm, it kind of bounces around. I am willing to listen to the idea that he catches this football. I can't believe I'm going to say that. On the Hail Mary to the inch line, guys. Steve Marlowe, once again, on a day that has,
see the ball slipping down right there. I think he.
I don't know that it ever does it truly touch the ground.
Oh, I think it did.
But my point is, even if it doesn't, here's Steve Marlowe.
The pass was caught, but short of the goal line. Time expired on the play. The game is over.
Ball game. Vandy wins it. The inside track to the college football playoff. It resides at First Bank Stadium. The Doors 7-1. What a game. What a classic under the Music City neon lights. I think that's the right call. As much as we've talked about the reviews here tonight, goodness, do I think that's the right call. Dante Carter just tried to get up and over the top of Coleman. It went between Dante Carter's fingertips. And the difference between the inside track of the college football playoffs and overtime is about